IDL stream to start, then this is your lucky day because you get to hear the beginning. Otherwise, you know, well, if you are, then it's a bit sad, isn't it?
Wow, you can't just throw people under the bus like that.
No one was. It's fine. Oh dear. Right. We don't have Dan yet. I imagine Dan will turn up in his own time.
I think he
Cooking or
was
something.
cooking, so.
Yeah, there's some plan for, us all to be vaguely present at different points depending on cooking and your internet disappearing and me taking the dog out and, lots
Vaguely
of...
present is my normal level of consciousness, if I'm not being honest, so.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and we're off. Any immediate highlights in this pool?
Medusa seems pretty good.
Dawnbreaker's there, I guess might want that. Hoodwink's there. Who do we have Hoodwink player-wise here?
Snapfire.
Jack, really. Snap, yeah. Rubik as well. We're talking Jack heroes.
No, Jakira's not in the pool.
I wonder whether they'll leave in Dawnbreaker for Chris.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Axe is pretty darn good at the moment. I know that Trench would play an offlane Axe or an offlane Magnus or an offlane probably CK at a push as well, so they've got that going for them on Stunners.
Yeah, there's the IDL Classic Underlord.
Yeah, which Stunners have
But
had
it's
played
not
by
Vintage level. I guess the other
Underlord.
sort of broken
like
hero, but I
Ollie.
don't know if anyone plays it, is that Huskar dude. And there is a Dazzle as well, so you can full cheese if you want.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Jack was looking at picking it up, although last time I saw him play it, he didn't pick up Ags, which is kind of crucial for Huskar. As shown, Ags just wins games on Huskar.
I think there's some situationalness to it. I think the shard is better.
The range on the jump is absurd, and the taunt is absurd.
Oh, okay. The taunt pierces BKB, right?
Yeah.
Overlay, Nathan.
Oh, overlay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Sam messaged me.
It was a very high quality overlay, which consisted of me turning the stream thing off and just putting a big text box on.
Doesn't look like any urgency to ban Dawnbreaker right now.
Well, I think
either team.
Bad.
Maybe most.
I honestly think the hero is bad in terms of how the hell do you take fights with it.
I haven't been particularly impressed by it. Outside of laning, good laning, it's super obnoxious, but it doesn't.
It doesn't want to be the first hero into a fight because it gets stunned out of everything. But if you're not,
well, once it has BKB, it does, right?
Well,
but
no,
you could, if you have an offlane,
you're not going to lock anyone down or have area control with it still.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's just not a good kind of strength jump off laner, if you know what I mean. So
very good secondary jump kind of hero. That ultimate's wild.
Yeah, so you have to.
I think that's why they sort of
something, right? But
it sort of feels like it's meant to be a strength carry, but doesn't really have the
numbers to be a carry.
Self amp, to do carrying. And struggles because it has nothing versus BKB, but it's picked first anyway. So for all of our not being totally convinced, hopefully Stunners can show us what we've missed.
Who's gonna play it then?
It looks like it looks like the most Andy hero I can imagine. It's melee. I was thinking it's a
very Andy hero, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Dom's.
It feels like an Andy hero.
Can someone check Dom's recent games and Matt's recent games? See if either of them have played it.
Dom's private, right?
Well, you can check in.
I guess I can just click in game.
If you've got him as a friend.
Dom has played Viper. He has a Dawnbreaker game.
That's true. Well, they don't have Connor.
Huskar, Pango.
Isn't a huge problem.
Yeah, he's played it once, so.
You can tell that Godbird or Dogturd are, this is clearly Chris's fault, and they've clearly just watched Secret lose to Smashers and gone by. Now we're Hellbear Smashers. Pew pew. Let's repeat their draft. What, to Medusa
How does the Axe
right?
Stormbreaker? How does the Axe Stormbreaker lane go?
I imagine pretty good for Dawnbreaker, but who knows?
I think
Probably,
that's
but
currently my thoughts for every lane in the game for Dawnbreaker, outside of like maybe Tinker, Invoker,
There's
and
some weird
feel like
lanes
you
that Dawnbreaker is absolutely terrible in, though.
I
really.
feel like you just can't have Dawnbreaker be your carry into a Medusa, though. I think you've just lost by default.
I mean, you can try and end the game.
Well, you
What,
just buy
before a
well,
Medusa
hold
comes
on, hold
online?
on. This is Andy. He'll just buy a diffusal blade.
Oh dear.
There is Night Stalker available
Can we turn
if we need a
Aiden
diffusal
down
carrier.
a little? Yeah.
Please, lads, please stop. You're memeing too hard. You've gone too deep.
I don't actually
Let
know
me know
how
if
you
that's
plan
helped, Stephen.
to beat Medusa. Maybe it's
That's
just
why they first picked it, right? It's less to do with
Uh,
smashes and more
Drow
to do with the fact
Ranger?
it's really
Drow.
good here.
I think Drow would be
Mm.
the clear correct response.
It's Drow or beat the timing, right? Nobody plays Morphling
Well,
to a degree.
Drow can
so-
beat the timing as well. Right? Like Drow can go late against Medusa somewhat okay, and can just beat
Yes.
the timing. And
Sorry,
it's going
well,
to
I
have
mean,
a great.
And you have
And it's going to have
It's
a great
either beat
time
the
in lane
timing
against
or
Axe.
pick late.
It'll have a great time in lane against Axe as well, right? So I think just go
And
ahead.
Chris hates laning against Drow, so that's a plus.
No.
That's not how you do it.
I don't know what that's for.
But this makes the Ags build
this
a lot
Trenchy
better.
hero,
for
right?
this,
Or they played it for Trenchy before. I mean, I
Yeah.
really felt like Drow Underlord gave them,
I
you
suppose
know,
Andy
a
doesn't
lane
play
that
Drow.
smashed Medusa and then a late game, but they could.
Mm.
The Chaos Knight feels like it has more difficulties.
Yeah, the point has been made. Andy doesn't really play Drow, but I don't really care. I don't know how
That's
you're gonna
true.
fight this Medusa if you don't.
But they could have, they could have picked Kunkka for Andy Middle, and then
So Conquer is gonna
I'm sure
get
Dom can play Drow.
probably murdered by Dawnbreaker mid, but who knows?
I mean, we don't know what lane the Stormbreaker's going still.
I'm pretty sure it's mid at this point, but I don't know for definite. I'm right
See,
now
with
Andy
feeling.
been playing it.
For your cause right here. I can't believe Rubik is this far into the pool.
Right,
Well, I think the Radiant have a Rubik player.
Pass.
I
think,
mean,
like,
I'm sure
I think
Carl would happily play
they've got
it.
people who would play it, yeah. I don't know whether any one of them would consider themselves a Rubik player.
Who is their Medusa player? Is it Carl or is it Tom?
I imagine it'll be Tom.
I
But
think
mean,
either of
could
them could do it.
Oh, what?
Okay, we're committing to
I
bombs and
don't
team
think
fight
he.
here.
Yeah.
And maybe overcorrecting against the CK. Warlock's going to be food for this Stormbreaker if they're not careful.
But I mean,
Right,
your
I
Medusa
mean,
is getting
the thing
farmed
I
like
like
no
is
matter what now.
I don't know how
Hmm.
Stunners ever win a fight. I just don't see Stunners ever winning a fight. Okay, so Jack's playing probably 5 Lion here because that's an Ollie 3 Underlord. I don't know how Stunners win fights.
They just got 3 melee strength heroes into a Medusa Axe Kunkka.
Warlock.
Serious
Yeah.
damage issue too, right?
Yeah.
I don't see how
I think
Medusa
this
ever dies
is-
if she gets to have a game.
I'm putting my
I
opinion
think
down
the
already.
Underlord
I think
makes it
this
very
game is
hard.
already over. I don't know how you salvage this draft as Stunners.
I think what happens is Underlord has to smash the Medusa lane, which I think is doable if you with the right support.
Yeah, you can
I don't know
definitely
what that
win.
is.
You can definitely win
And
that
then
lane. They need to win all their lanes.
Dawnbreaker
snowball.
smashes Kunkka, and then you just
See if they
occupy
can beat
their map.
Axe. Yeah, you've got to completely you've got to win the lanes and just kind of run through.
Yeah.
But I don't see it. I think this is
I'm
so
very
difficult
tempted to
win
agree with you,
fights.
Nathan. I just don't know how the dire draft wins from here. Which, being that it's IDL, and we both agree, by our cursing powers combined, I assume then Dire have won this game. Oh my god, a Bane pick. I don't like that either.
No, they've got quite easy ways to cancel the ult.
Mm.
Even
Lots
if Bane has a
lockdown on Dire, that
BKB,
is
there's
true.
Warlock.
They can potentially just chain CC people to death. Even the Medusa, I think they're capable of doing that.
But they have to. I mean, Lion has
all
mana
single target
drain.
lockdown though. There's no team fight control against a team with a billion bits of team fight control. Shadow. I mean, yeah, Shadow Shaman got
I
that
love
far
that.
into the
Just
pool. Sure.
extra building hit, very good. Okay, so
looks like it
yeah,
is
Tom of the
Tom Medusa.
Dawnbreaker. Tom Medusa. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. This is pretty much what I expect.
It's going to be a rough ride here from Dire. I think it's really hard for them to play this game.
Yeah,
But I
they
look
have
forward
to
to
late
seeing
and snowball.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Get that first Roche early, which I don't really have great heroes for.
Both teams have got very tanky cores, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you need Manta Axe, Matt, for what it's worth. I think
normal axe will be
just
more than enough.
Normal Axe is fine. Just, quick Vanguard, Blink, Blade Mail. Get in the game.
Instead of Vanguard?
Well, that's what I was thinking
CK's enough damage?
Well, I thought you would do Hood instead of Vanguard in that Hellbear Smashers against Secret game, but Rasmus did Vanguard anyway. So what the hell do I know? Just build the Vanguard, because Rasmus knows more about Dota than I do. And that's not the Rasmus I'm usually saying that about.
You just,
Oh,
I have
we
to
got the
comment on
first
how
call.
annoyingly confusing that is.
Has no time for all this jibber jabber.
No, because Dan, the thing is, one of them is Rasmus, and the other one is Rasmus Uwu.
Ooh, yeah.
I said good day, sir.
Right, how do we want to run the cast from here on out, lads? What jobs are we taking? Who wants to be analysts and who wants to play-by-play?
Who has the most energy?
I have just eaten way too much Philly cheesesteak, so I am good to just narrate things if that's what you want.
Yeah,
That'll probably work, and then we can ask you questions when it's about the stuff that we don't know, as well.
not knowing things. Lol.
We can pretend we know things, though, right? By our
yeah.
ranks combined, we get pretty decent, pretty decently high, right? We can
Oh
pretend.
no, I was saying.
Love this smoke coming out from Dire here, coming around through the top, round the top of Dire. Sorry, round the top of Roche Pit and into the back of Dire's Triangle.
They get up the hill before they see
get up the hill before they get seen. They've been seen now. Stun catches 2 from Jack. That's really good, but there's limited CC.
the
Dawnbreaker hammer actually hits, but the torrent's good. We're still going to lose a Warlock here. The CK level 1 stun will get a kill, but they take quite a lot of damage. Look at this bonds out on everybody.
But now they have level 1 bonds, level 1 torrent.
Yeah. Brilliant stun to start that off from Jack. Lovely pit follow-up. Tom's actually run away to sneak 2 runes. Brilliant. Loving this. They're going to trade 2 for 2 on runes after that. Completely.
They do lose the first blood.
They do, yes.
And they do have
a really heads-up play from Tom.
Some bad spells now.
I don't think
Conquer should
the
still be able
matters
to get
usually.
level 2.
Yeah, I don't think the torrent matters hugely. And to be fair,
I
I doubt the bond matters hugely either, because...
Yeah. Dom's definitely abusing the I know you don't have cleave though. It was right up, right on the edge of tower aggro there, really making Jack work for the creep waves. Sorry, yes,
you got
really making Jack.
2 denies on Jack though.
There's 2 Jacks in this game. This is very irritating. They're going to be Conqueror and Lion now, I think. The first blood, by the way, did go to the CK as well, so Andy gets a nice boost there. You can see he's 200-ish gold ahead.
Ollie's been left alone and is taken. Might die?
Nah,
not quite.
It doesn't do nearly enough damage yet.
It's like 70 damage.
As well. But if this is how the lane's going to proceed from here, it's a very hard time. I think Bane got a lot worse on this patch, right? Not the brawler
he has
he once
Nightmare
was.
now as well, level 1.
Was that for that? It's been cast as well. Look how low on mana he is. That must have been for the first blood attempt.
I'm really not convinced about this 4-position Bane, but he did just get 3 denies in a row, so what do I know?
Yep, top lane.
All you need in a lane is 60 base damage, Nathan.
Axe seems to be doing perfectly fine.
Yeah, they've got a nice little lull now after that sort of first set of aggression. I guess while people wait for...
Axe is dead.
Oh, Axe is dying. Top, yeah. Chris gets caught in the lane with a nice stun, beaten to death by Andy and Jack. Andy and Lion.
Nathan did say that he thought that the CK could maybe bully the Axe a bit.
Mm-hmm. Must have been some nice crits. I think that I don't know whether you caught them on cam. I missed it. Nice.
Oh,
Jack has Conqueror has successfully pushed the mid wave in, and has run off to get himself a lovely rune. Neither mid is super rushing bottle. Dom just bought his, and it's coming out now, which means neither of them are going to get to full abuse these minute 2 runes.
Yeah,
but they're both going to get one each anyway.
Grab one anyway.
No support rotations to secure these runes yet. I don't know if anyone knows what the timings you're supposed to rotate on at the moment are.
It depends on the hero, right? Half the problem is I don't think there's any point Bane rotating mid.
I don't know. I don't know if there's any point anyone rotating mid. Can either side kill the other side? Kunkka has 1,000 health. Dawnbreaker is just shy of
If
it.
the supports come, the supports can die.
Chris has been stunned twice in top again in a full creep wave. There's the drag back at level 3. Carl gets a nice channel off. Chris may be saved anyway, but good security. And then he's got a salve and a tango and some sticks. Carl's completely out of mana though.
Very difficult axe lane as
Yeah,
anticipated. So Dime are doing what we said they kind of needed to do. They're winning lanes.
Absolutely, they're playing very aggressive into Chris here. It's a really good start. It's to shut him down because then you get to put a lot of pressure on this Kunkka to perform in the mid game and make space for the Medusa. Speaking of the Medusa, Tom's taken quite a bit of damage. Sort of stood to the right of this of Firestorm to take less damage to her, but ended just being clicked by Underlord with 80 base damage and his shield was off because he had very limited mana.
Underlord's not like massively playing for CS, but he is trying to make Medusa's life miserable. So I think that's sort of what they want.
Correct, I think.
Because the only way that you can play it is you just like full on push under the tower, and Medusa's not great at tanking creep.
Like you should go 3 points atrophy and just deny everything in this lane, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's one of the reasons I was saying I didn't like the Warlock.
Don't they secure every range creep with Snake though, right?
Level 3 Snake maybe, not before then.
Okay. 4-minute runes have come up. Bounties came up too, and Carl went to take top, but the Dire bounty remains unclaimed. Obviously, they appreciate in value again, but they actually appreciate every 5 minutes. So they spawn 3 minutes, but the value goes up at 5.
No, I think somebody must have killed that bounty rune because it isn't there.
Is it not? I see.
It was picked up by Carl.
Oh, nope. I was nope, my bad. I had one team's vision on them,
in
so
the top lane.
it.
Chris gets stunned. Pull
Yeah,
back.
just behind the tower.
Jack's
They
got
cut
a
away.
stun.
Oh, the second stun's come back up and beat to death. Carl maybe can get a trade, but he needs a third right click to get it. No, he needs a fourth. Oh, he's gonna get it. Oh no,
that's unfortunate.
Carl will die now. He's taken enough time for stuns to come back up again.
And the creep wave there.
Double kill.
Andy misses a wave, but like he gets a double kill, so easily worth. He's probably in range of XP of it all as well.
Fantastic start for the CK here.
Going Armlet, which I think is definitely the right decision.
Love that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a good person play CK, but everybody says how great Armlet is right now. So
Armlet feels so strong at the moment, so I think I'd go like Armlet. Maybe even Echo. Go back to the days when you bought Echo Saber on that hero.
Yeah, Ollie's starting to get significant denies now. He's on 10, so doing like exactly what you said. Obviously, you may not take the third after joint, but between them, 16 denies. It's gonna feel rough for Tom.
Aggression at top. Yeah.
Looks like Carl might die again.
I think so. Andy clearly holding the stun, didn't want to use it. Is going to get the kill.
Oh, he salved.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I thought I heard a salve.
I heard a noise.
Chris is cutting. It's time to give up on that lane as the.
Yeah, I think so. It's time for Rasta to go somewhere else.
Rasta, go bot. I mean, he's
a rough-looking spot right here.
I don't know if they can kill Dawnbreaker. I suspect not, but who knows?
I really doubt it. I'm surprised they're not looking to use Solar Guardian on bot even. Tom was really low like 2 seconds ago. Now he's full health again. Got boots coming out on his courier too. 6-minute runes have spawned. Dom picks up the invis. Ult is being channeled in top. They're going on to Chris. Jack had vision of him, and Dom had his ult up. I don't think there's any way Chris gets away from this, but Dom has actually run out of mana. Pops the invis. Actually got off an attack and a bottle charge and is still invis. That's wild.
The fade time is not sure.
I thought, yeah. Man, he was going to break it.
It's like
bloody hell. Jack's doing his Kunkka build again. Where you don't take
what is Jack's Kunkka build?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
So they can't kill anyone now, right? Unless he just
this is actually
a
real problem for them.
It's an extra oof as well, because part of the reason that Kunkka is better again is because they reduced the cooldown on X.
Yeah.
No, it's much better at earlier levels.
Even at high levels, it's better, right?
I can understand not taking a point in it for a while because you're against the Dawnbreaker, but I don't think there's a world in which 2-4-0 is what your team is hoping your skill build looks like. They need you to get active.
Yeah.
Chris is being punished behind the wave again. Stun thrown out from Jack and an ult committed from Andy. The pull in, 3 crits. Oh dear. Chris goes down again.
Yeah, they've got to stop this. They've got to, like, this is, okay. This is perfect for Dire.
Mm,
I maintain I
absolutely.
think they quite significantly lost the draft. Oh, and Carl finds the stacks.
You've got the stacks, of course. They know where
Yeah,
they're. Here we
Kanka's
go.
coming straight over.
Yeah, Dom looked like he was, but has gone back to mid. It's a kind of annoying for
That's
Radiant. They
gone.
probably wanted to give these to Chris if they could have, but
Well,
excellently. Oh, gets the
Jack
big.
just got 2 creeps, I think, right?
He got the big
one,
one.
I think.
Oh, he got
think
one.
both.
One
the,
stun,
the torment point's paying off there at least.
Yes, he's now put a point in X as well,
Cool.
so that's much
Okay.
better.
Right, we'll stop the flame then. That's fine. Like now he's
Even
got
pop
X.
the little region rune. Yeah. So yes, Chris. Maybe there should have been some stacks from Carl. There's an ancient stack. Maybe we needed a few more in this Radiant jungle for Chris to catch up with, and then Carl can snap XP.
Chris can probably do the ancient stack with this Vanguard, right?
Yeah,
Jeez.
that is true. He's dying a lot, but he does have a Vanguard anyway.
Tom is
Like, looking at net worth.
miserable.
Yeah. He's doing a pretty decent job. He's not dying, but he's spent a lot on regen, and he's not
I mean,
very
he
good.
has more gold than this Underlord somehow.
True, everyone in this lane seems miserable, to be honest. They all live on like 200 health.
How does has
kingdom for
Underlord
a
just been
Bloodseeker.
buying loads of regen as well, or?
I think so. The Snake's actually putting in a lot of work.
I think they bought a lot of mangoes. Ollie's had these 2 mangoes like the whole lane. Trenchy's got 3. I wonder if we're going to see the weird brain sap interaction. I don't know if
Chris
they
might
ever
be
changed
dying in
it.
top again. We have the Hex come out and the stun. Jack's
Yep,
trying to
looks
follow
safe
up.
to me.
That's an ult,
Oh
a
my
drag.
god, this
Chris
this
might
CK
actually walk away
cooldown's
from
back
this one.
already.
Yes, stun is back up. Here's a Solar Guardian. Okay, now you don't get away because they can chain the stuns. And yeah. Oh dear. Very hard to live. 7-0-0 for this safe lane CK now.
They've got a lot of ways to set
7,
it.
yeah.
Wow.
5 deaths on Chris and 2 on Carl. They've done a really, really good job just stunning people to
I
death.
think that's a finished armlet flying out. It is. Tread's armlet. This is the fattest 10-minute CK I've seen in quite a long time.
2k above the enemy position one, which doesn't sound like a lot until you realise that's almost double. We have more stuns out in mid. Dom connects with a Starbreaker, and Jack's followed up from the high ground with his own stun. There's a
Nice
boat
boat.
committed. Oh, he's diverted for a DD rune. Jack might be in danger. No, there's no way. And in fact, by going for the rune, wanders into Trenchy, and Dom gets another Starbreaker. The Kunkka
Trenchy
goes
with the
down.
kill though.
Wait, really? It must have been a right click.
Came over
at the end.
he brain zapped it at the end.
I saw the brain stat bit. I thought he was still alive after. It might be
he
about to get a
nearly died?
return kill on
Wait.
Andy.
Does die? I thought he must have had the Warlock kill on, but I didn't see it.
Yeah. Here we are.
Oh,
Hex.
gotcha. Yeah, he's dead.
Hex and
This
Jackal
is a
out.
death.
Andy's going to die. Clunk. Big catch up there. 600 gold injected directly into Chris's lane. Andy just hanging around a little bit low. Probably quite confident in his ability to not die at 7-0-0, but
They have
We're gonna
wards
watch.
maybe for this tower with the catapult.
oh, that's pretty big if they want to do this timing. Chris is cutting the next wave. I think they drop them.
They should probably glyph and drop them.
Carl's tanking the tower. We'll see if he wants to drop
Yeah,
wards.
yeah.
This
think-
this feels
They
so
might not
greedy
even
to
need
not
them.
use them.
I
fact he's gone away
think it's
without
free,
it
right? They
is-
don't need it. They
Yeah.
get the fort. Andy's come back and committed ult, so Chris is just dead here, I think.
And now, he's
Now
had
you
the
commit the
gun.
ultimate.
So they
That's
just
unfortunate. You can't kill a CK with an armlet with a
Carl?
Raster ultimate, I'm afraid.
Carl?
Carl, you need to leave. Carl, you need to run. Oh no! Bonk! 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 Oh
Well,
dear. That's
That,
okay.
that's
that
why you
was-
just dropped the wards. Like,
that was
immediately.
self-inflicted. That was quite
Yeah.
self-inflicted. And Tom's
was,
died in the
yeah.
bot lane as well.
Good on them to. Carl's denying his own wards as well, which is pretty slick. That's good on them to KO Andy. Unfortunately overstayed at the tower, and Andy comes back to pick up 2 more kills immediately.
So what's Ollie building?
He's
He's
got
got.
SMY, fine.
He just needs a recipe for mech. Looks like Warlock's going to be dead bottom. Diving on the tower. Jack
Cannot.
taking a decent chunk, but no
Cannot
biggie.
believe that
Mid,
the
they're
lanes
going on
have not broken
Doorbreaker.
down yet. They are. The shackle was not long enough to make the boat hit, so Dom's just going to walk away.
So this is a bit of an example of no matter how bad your draft is, and I still think it's bad, if you just play at a better tempo and get stuff done and win lanes. Also winning lanes,
Yes.
winning lanes is quite good.
Very good,
You
yeah.
have opportunities to
only-
make plays.
It is only 2k right now. But Kanka's building a blade mail. Can somebody explain
I
why
cannot.
that's good here?
I was about to say the mids are very even, but if one of them's spending a lot of money on a blade mill, that kind of... Where's Dom going? I hear his ult channeling. Oh, they committed onto an illusion in bot. Oh dear. That's a 2-minute cooldown to kill an illusion of, I think it was a Kunkka.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what the blade mill's about. It used to be a Kunkka build a while back, but the first time they put like damage into it, because damage and armor isn't too bad. But it's normally used against uncontrolled damage, right? And they don't have much of that. It's basically just the
Underlord,
the
but it's not.
Sorry, the Underlord even, yeah. I said
found the
CK
CK.
because they've walked into the CK.
Just dodged the X with Phantasm.
Yeah, dodged
that
the
was
pullback
nicely
with
done.
Phantasm. That was
That's
pretty
really
slick.
nicely done.
Like Phantasm's what, 0.5? So
I think
pretty
so,
tight.
yeah.
And now Radiant have 2 cores kind of isolating the top lane where there's nothing to be gained, and are going to lose their mid tower. They need to glyph this now. They need to glyph. Okay.
They have glyphed it. Here we are. We've got Torrents throwing out. There's a boat if they want to protect it too, but they need to bring a bigger investment. Tom can't fight. He's too low on both health and mana. But we do have Chris and
Chris's blink is flying out.
Sean TPing in. Oh, that's pretty huge.
Like he's got
Somebody in chat has pointed out that despite Chris being 05 and 0, 05 and X, he was like 2k ahead of the enemy offlane.
Hey, 1-6 and 1.
Yeah.
Thank you.
1-6 and 1 now, yes.
Because they got the kill on the CK.
Yes. Dom's bottled a nice regen rune. Dom's Echo Saber is
I
finished.
believe
He's going for a Desolator now.
Samuel as well. Can we take the chipped vest off the Kunkka and put it on the axe?
On them, yeah.
But it's such a good combo.
Oh, the
once you get
finger
blade
from
mail.
downtown.
Oh,
There's a good bond.
Oh, the
Chris's
the
blink got
Yeah.
stopped by the
cancelled
pit.
by the pit. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Needs to wait 4 more seconds for Berserker's Call if they want to go again, but the element of surprise somewhat ruined. Tom's walking out to top to defend this tower. He's 3 levels below the CK's just ulti. Yeah, Tom's running
has
away.
no mana.
I think that's
There's no
correct.
mana, we
I think
can't
with
do
no
anything.
mana you can't. Oh, he's gone back? With
Yeah,
no
he's
mana, I
back.
think it's really hard to do anything here.
Dude, you're going to die if you stay. Stop.
Oh, good call in middle. Dawnbreaker
Uh,
caught in a full wave. It's Nightmare, which
Tom
dodges
said
the
Tom.
Lion stun.
Yep. Mid lane, the fight continues.
It's
Dawnbreaker
just not
looking
enough.
on Chris.
Not enough damage.
Oh, bow
His
comes
bow.
out.
It's going to hit the Dawnbreaker. No, it doesn't.
No.
And the wards are too
Did it
late. Ollie
really
now
not?
stuck very far behind
Ollie-
No Man's Land.
Oh,
But the
Chris missing
Berserker's
his
Call
call.
misses.
Again.
And the Kunkka's really deep. This fight's so split. It's so split that Andy's going to make his way over now.
And he's coming in the back. That's a dead warlock, surely. Oh no, he wants to.
No,
he
he's
wants to
going
make a
straight
target.
for the cause.
Oh,
Oh, the double
Double
stun from the lion.
Filthy. Okay, yeah, leave this tower now. Walk. Oh god. And Carl got caught by Fiend's Grip, and now they're going to farm up wards again. Oh no, disaster! I told you we'd cursed. I told you we'd cursed
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, like, credit to Taya though. Like, they did really well out of the top and mid lane and have leveraged that into a load of strength and used that strength
They're
really
smoking
effectively.
straight into Tom now as well. I think he might have sniffed it a bit. Whether they catch him when he comes out of these trees, they're just going to miss each other. Good game sense there.
Tom's death before that fight was utterly unnecessary.
pretty unfortunate.
He had no mana
Ooh.
and he just kept walking back into attack a CK illusion. I'm not sure what the point was.
I think Ollie's dead in middle. He got caught by a blink call, but they've
Are they going to get
brought
Chris?
more heroes over and they're chasing onto
No.
Chris. Sleep on the Warlock?
They
I
just
think
get
that's
the
all they're going to
Warlock.
get. Chris gets the blink out.
Oh,
Oh god, supports have come in to
Tom's
save.
there.
Tom's ulted.
it's a really nice ult.
And he's
but-
just
It
gonna
is a very
kill.
nice ult, but they're
Andy
just going
gets
to
around
turn
it.
away. They have no
Yeah.
threat. And now they're going to... Okay, good call to
Axe.
protect Tom.
They don't have the damage.
There's a good boat coming in here too.
That's a great boat.
Oh,
Do they have the
my
damage? They
boat
don't
might
have the
turn
damage.
things.
they are gonna get Andy. It looks like.
They are, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. They're going to
great
get a full
shackle.
uninterrupted shackles.
Oh, he's
No, they're
just
not.
gonna
What?
not die.
Armlet
The
toggle his way
toggle?
through.
What caused the
Andy,
shackle to end?
please. I
Oh,
think it's just
Kunkka
like-
X'd himself! Oh no, this
Level
fight
one
all
shackle.
went
That's
wrong.
just 1 point
level one
shackles.
Oh,
He's only level
God,
7.
Okay. The solar,
Andy.
the solar guardian heal and the armlet toggling, keeping Andy alive.
Andy just winning the game.
Dom went back
Dom
in for reasons.
stayed a bit too long. Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
get X-torrented. I don't know if he can live here. No, not with
No,
Chris.
he's very dead.
Yeah,
Bit too greedy when all of his team left, but still,
a little.
you know, Andy lives. He's got
Wait,
the
did
heart
someone
queued
take
up.
obs off me, by the way? Like, why am I seeing an obs cannon
No.
flying around?
You can see You can see other people are what the co-casters.
Yeah,
are
I
looking
can
at.
see other people as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you could only see the primary obs. Okay.
What are you looking
Well,
at the moment, Nathan?
Medusa.
Yeah, I can see yours. Maybe because I accidentally left the channel and rejoined, it showed you mine or something.
Nah,
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay, so they've got Hood now finished on
Your
the underboard
perspective
as
is the
well.
one that's showing on the stream, though. I'm pretty sure. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I'm the one that's
Yes. We have
running
a.
OBS. So
Sorry, yeah, but I mean it's still you controlling the camera for the OBS. We have a Conker under a tier 1 tower. Really nice rock, but I think. Oh, yeah, with the finger committed.
dead.
Oh, maybe not. I was about to say
What?
boat bust
What?
saved him, but there's no boat. Oh, it's a good boat though. Oh, not quite enough, and the brain
what-
sap. Oh,
what-
Trenchy, lovely job.
What is this? What just? Can someone explain what just
Trenchy
happened?
didn't live on.
Well, you see, what happened was the blade mail was popped after all of the damage was taken because he was stunned for all of the damage. That's too mean. I just do not like this blade mail. I don't know what it's doing here. He needs a
DD for Dom.
BKB.
Can they rush?
I think they can. The Deso is half done for Dom. No, that's a bit too far away. I still think they can do it. They just need to bring their CK.
Well, he's
who is
got 2
very
minutes
strong.
right before that DD pops, so you can get 600 gold in 2 minutes.
I would
I guess the
expect
Conker's
so.
not dead then, but
I imagine he will have 600 gold in 1 minute. Ooh, a stack.
does Starbreaker slow if Echo Saber's not on cooldown?
I think it
What's
slows anyway, doesn't it? It certainly feels like the first 2 swipes slow you. I assume it will, because things like Tiny's Ags slow if Echo Saber is not on cooldown, so I see no reason why Starbreaker would not.
I swear
But
I've been
Monkey
seeing
King
Echo Saber
doesn't
go on
anymore,
cooldown
so-
when you use Starbreaker.
Yeah, I've no idea. It does feel like it slows, but it doesn't actually say anywhere in the game.
I really don't think Manta Rush on Axe would have been good here, Matt. I really do not think that would have been good.
Just gonna force this tier 2, it looks like.
I think
with
if
the DD
anyone's
in the
not
ball.
Blind Blade Mail, it should be the Conker. That's about as good a trade as Radiant can hope for.
Absolutely. But here's
They got
a very
mid-tier
good
one, that's
smoke.
like
Yeah.
pretty good for them.
See if I can catch anyone as they come back from.
So
this mid one.
Radiant scan somewhere as well, it pings them out, I think.
Yeah, that's why they've run the split directions. I think they have run.
I'm
They
concerned that
don't
Tom
want to
now
go
has
into the
any mana.
triangle. Dawnbreaker's Q does proc Echo Saber, it seems.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
X onto Dom.
Oh,
Torrent misses. Nightmare to save anyway.
yeah, he's got an Arcane Moon at least. He can go again whenever he wants. And
Yeah.
Andy's just showing that he's here. Being the unstoppable monster with a billion strength.
Once he gets this high, I think they're in real trouble. Tom is like catching up, but not there yet. Oh,
Oh,
this wall's
whoa,
gone.
dead.
Dog.
That was a long stun. They do get the boat out and the torrent to follow, but
He's
Dom's
still on
popped his DD
2000
now.
health.
His tower's just gone.
They're going
I'm
to
gonna
back
see if they
straight
can
off to
pick up the
Roche now, I
farming spot.
expect.
That's what I would do. No, the smoking onto the Deucer and bot.
Oh,
It's
that's
not bad,
smart.
but again,
Tom's-
oh, I
thought
was
he
about to say
sniffed it
Tom
out, but
sniffed
he's
it, but
not.
he's gone back to the wave. Look how far back they've gone. They thought
He
he
Yeah,
has
was
he's
zero mana.
Jack's actually blinked over
Yeah.
him. Oh, he's super
I
dead
was
with
trying
the
to say
finger
that
too.
before. Tom's never had any mana when he's been out farming.
Mm.
I haven't
He's
paid
losing it all in
attention
these
as to why,
skirmishes.
but is he just not finding camps that are good to snake or what?
Are there camps that aren't good to snake? Centaurs are like
wolves
the
are worth
worst.
nothing.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Hill trolls are worth pretty much nothing.
I think the problem is more that he's
potato
not
and
getting
tomato are worth pretty
like-
much nothing. There's very few camps that feel great to snake.
His
thought
movement there was he farmed
Potatoes are
triangle
insane though.
and then came to
Same
middle and
thought.
took a load of damage in that skirmish and then immediately went to farm bottom. He didn't have
He-
like, he
when-
didn't have a fire skill
when he
go
was
back to
in the
base, so he
triangle,
had nowhere to top up.
He had 200 mana when he was in the triangle. That's what I was trying to say before that
Oh, I
skirmish
see.
happened.
Right, there's a region outside and they're doing Roshan. Kunker's heading over, gets the torrent. He's got the tornado, has he got executed? Nope.
Committing the
just
boat too.
Fine.
It's not gonna hit. Oh, it's gonna hit on Jack only. Is he? I think he was trying to blink
Really
over the wall there. Oh,
Oh,
Chris is
cool.
Dawnbreaker's probably gonna go down for this
That's
one. It's a
great.
good
Pretty
rock
good.
as well. And Deuce is here. They've
No buyback either off a Dawnbreaker.
That's a great
so...
Deucer roll. And Trenchy's
yeah,
just in the
fantastic
middle of
Deucer roll.
nowhere.
Caught Trenchy off the side. Sorry, Trenchy got caught by Shackle on the side, and now there's a great
They're gonna
ward
kill
trap for
CK,
Andy
I
too.
think.
And Chris is still alive. This fight is fantastic. It's everything that Radiant needed.
Okay. I think just about everyone.
Beautiful.
Just about everyone on
Oh, and
Radiant
Chris is
just
still
got
going.
a million points off me there. That was so well executed.
Oh, Jack wants Chris wants Jack so bad. Look how deep he is.
They got
Okay, he's going to turn around.
They got their positioning right. They got lovely Deuceril to shatter that. Chris got a great jump. You know what? The boat etc. to stall were pretty great.
The poke from the Conquer was good. The bonds was great. The rock was great. Carl even had a nice little moment. He shackled out Trenchy, who wasn't caught by the Deucer ultimate, so that he couldn't meaningfully interrupt Tom pumping damage in. Really lovely all round, I think. There.
I'm starting to wonder whether that's actually it, and Radiant are just winning now.
I think like they're pretty even on gold.
We just need Tom to pick up a bit more damage, right? That's all that's missing from Radiant right now.
Well,
is for the
he's
come
going
online
Axe,
in a
I
big
think,
way.
which is probably fine. Like,
I like that against the CK, I think.
Well, it
especially if you buy the
CK
shard
illusions.
too. No, it doesn't, but it's still good against illusion heroes, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a bit of memeing about it when Goon bought it, but it looked really good when Goon bought it, I thought, actually. And the pros are doing it as well.
I mean,
so clearly Goon
the
was
pros
right.
are building it straight after
Goon was right. Stream R left.
I mean, even when like we saw Goon, I thought like, I'd become the build. I'm not sure the shard is always the item to go alongside it, but the shard's
pretty
like
good here.
It's cheap. If you get it for free, then
Yeah, I actually really like the Shard Axe build against the team.
Really good
like
here.
Bane, Lion, and CK. That's pretty nice amount of spells to reflect a snake
Well, in
with.
theory, if you have Ags and Shard, it's very hard for Bane ever to ult you.
It's impossible, isn't it?
No, because it only fires one every 12 seconds. So Bane just has to. Someone has to trigger it first. It's not a fire it whenever you get hit with a spell.
It's not Razor.
Yeah, it stones for 2, including travel time.
Yeah.
It's really hard though, right? Because you have to get the grip afterwards. We do have a Nightmare coming out.
You have to treat it like a Linken's, yeah?
Andy with the wraparound and the ult committed. They actually find Tom and go on
found the juicer, but
and here's the solar
got an Aegis, so that's okay.
Yeah, but they're going to get Chris as well.
Chris, so they don't have Chris either. Tom has to pop ult immediately here. Oh god, a boat! What was Jack doing there? Oh my god, the bonds and the cleave. Where did all the illusions go? Where did Jack go? Good choice to buy back here. Excellent shackles. Ollie comes in to commit Pit, but gets held down for a long, long time. Now the bus is caught.
That is
there's
a
no
bus.
in time to
there's no
the
X, yeah.
So everyone else is going to get out, but that's...
That looked like it could be a disaster.
That's a crazy TP. Good job it's nighttime.
Looks like it could be a disaster, but it wasn't.
Yeah, Tom's finished his Ags now.
I don't think that's too bad for Dyer, though. I do not think
no,
that's too
they
bad
got
for
the
Dyer.
Aegis. And a buyback.
Chris buyback, which is...
So it's a 2 for 3 trade, technically. It just obviously looks like nobody on Radiant died. Radiant now pushing a bit split. 3 heroes in mid, 1 farming bot and 1 farming top.
What
Chris has gone in.
Happened there? Did he not Nightmare? Did he not Brain Sap at the end of Nightmare in time?
Not sure.
I guess he did.
No. Jack also cancelled his TP coming to mid, so I think that could have gone a lot worse. There was a big chance that there would Lion CC to follow that up, and maybe Chris would have diebacked, but it's all okay. And Tom's going to cap the bot outpost as well. There's a DD hanging out on top.
Where did Kunka come from in that fight?
He was farming top wave, so he just like ran down here.
He got a great loop, completely obliterated Jack.
Carl's dead.
From the back of the fight.
Should be.
Yeah, the rest of Radiant
no Glimmer. He is bonk.
Okay, so Deucer has the Axe now. That's big.
Yeah, and is only a K behind the CK in net worth. CK still hasn't finished the heart, the item that he queued up, what, 8 minutes ago? Does have his cleave talent though, so his farming's getting a bit better.
The fact that Deucer's caught him, pretty much, is, again, aided.
I think it's off the 2 deaths though, mostly. And and taking the Roshan as well for free. And he's got a DD now, so he's looking for trouble.
In top with the pit. Dom's nearby, but not nearby enough, and there's no blink, so I think Jack's just going to keep walking away. No, he's taunted back in, which means that Andy is in range. Does have to commit a BKB charge. Maybe not worth taunting.
Some dispels on Dyer for these bonds, I think.
Yeah. Oh, CK ult committed. He got the DD, he really wants to hit something.
Dom's almost got a BKB for it. Underlord is going to be buying Greaves, he'll have a dispel for his. That's probably enough.
So they did show in that last
Yeah.
fight the ability to burst Tom down. I
Yeah,
wonder if they can do it
I think
through...
Tom was low mana at the start again. Though.
Yeah, Tom does have the
thought,
shard
but
too, by
maybe
the way.
not.
Oh, this is a
Good
oh,
rock.
good interrupt.
Good bond. Good grip though.
But it gets cancelled by the Deuceral that went
It
off.
does. This boat's gonna... Oh, it is gonna catch Dom, and Chris has caught the
It
rest.
didn't catch Dom.
Deuce are on the high ground now. They are going to start to lose heroes. Great stun from Jack might prevent some aggression. No, Carlos found Ollie with the extra long-range shackles, and they're going to keep chasing now. X is available if Jack can find somebody. The torrent's blind but misses.
Chris sensibly
goes up,
actually
but
decided
misses
to
on
go
the other
back
side of
and
the
get
trees.
dunk in order to speed them into that fight, but they don't quite find anything else because it's night time.
Was Andy in that fight at all? I didn't see.
He was.
His ult, I think, just ran out just before it started. So I don't know whether he didn't commit fully for that, or I was watching the other half of the fight, to be honest. Watching Tom's newly acquired Ags and Ags shard completely ruin Jack's attempt to hold him down.
So this
Oh, he
is
has the
just
shard as well?
so
Wow.
Yeah, he
bad
did.
for Radiant now.
It's how
Sorry for Dire.
it's, Tom got stunned by the lion stun and then got his ult off anyway because Jack was turned to stone and
This is
couldn't
what
continue
I
the CC chain.
envisaged this game looking like. Not the early kind of tempo advantage, which I think Dire did great with, but just
Jack's
how
found
easy
Andy.
it is for for Radiant to fight. Like,
Andy's also found himself an Orb of Destruction.
Radiant are just, it's not so hard for them to fight. They all just press R. And that's the fight half won straight
they
away.
vaguely
right?
overlap their circles.
How about a BKBs for them? Oh, like Lion Shard any good this game as well?
I don't think BKBs matter that much because Tom's ult doesn't care, Warlock ult doesn't care, Chris's Q doesn't care.
But how much of their damage is actually coming from bonds and offering as opposed to Tom and Conker's spells? Conker's spells also don't pierce BKB.
Conker's crit and thing, I think, is.
Yeah, I think BKBs and ignoring boat might be a problem for killing Dom explicitly.
They have no armor on.
BKBs
on
are
Dire,
definitely
yeah,
the
either,
next
so.
spike for Dire. I think you're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
BKBs are the next. Let's
we're-
go. We have to win the game now. I
We're
think
also
if
going to get
they-
to a point though where Deucer no longer cares. Her 20 is very soon.
Yeah, I think if they don't get the BKB soon and try and do stuff off it, I just don't know what you do.
Well,
with
Dom's
Dire
is
at
on
that point.
courier.
Andy's
Another DD in top.
3,000 gold away.
And a blink from Trenchy. Trenchy's a rich support. There's
Dom
the
just-
BKB committed.
This Warlock swallowed so
Warlock
much
does
damage
die.
there.
He does tick down eventually, and Tom's used his ult very, very early in this fight, and now they're coming up. They look like they want to chase.
But
Carl's
Dom's
gonna
BKB is down now, so it's hard for him to play Dota on his hero.
Yeah, I think they're just going to get back into base and hope they can defend with Snake and Cleave and Rasta things and maybe get a catch with Chris. They only lose their Warlock for 30 and ult wasn't used, so that will be
Just so you
up.
know, guys, it's going to be an immediate Rasham spawn.
Oh, really? Fast.
Well,
and the
we don't
DD's
know.
still
We
there
don't know for
another
sure,
minute.
but there's a DD outside Roche, so it's going to be an immediate Rasham spawn. 'Cause
Oh, I
DD
see
can't
what
be
you
there
mean.
If there is no Roche,
well,
like it can be at the other rune spot, but it can't be there unless there's Roche.
Jack's going to see it. And he's going to ping it, and he's going to blink into the pit, but not see anything right this second.
It's a minute for Roshan.
Radiant are going to successfully catch Ollie with this scan, so they know that Dire is still
Do
up
they-
in the triangle.
Like, I can never tell. Is it just observing? It shows it as green even though it's not. He missed his spell.
What is
Oh, the
green?
creature didn't know. The scan was shown as green up here, even though
I
Ollie
saw
looked
it-
like he was in it.
I saw it blink red,
Oh, okay.
so maybe we're just getting weird replay bugs again. Tom has back and forth on this Scardy butterfly for a while. He's gone back to Scardy now. I don't really know which one I prefer. He feels like he does need a little bit more health, but we are saying maybe he just needs damage to start putting into the enemy team, carry to victory.
I mean, who kills him if he buys Butterfly? Does CK actually do it?
I think
like,
he
I don't-
might, with the solar blind on top, it might be good enough. Solar whatever thingy.
God.
I
Guardian.
think surely you just buy Scardy. If you think Butterfly is going to increase the survivability, I think Scardy will increase it more here.
Yeah, but Butterfly also gives you damage, is my point.
More damage, yeah.
I
I don't hate
think
either, but it
I think
always...
Scardy's very good here. I think he's right.
I don't know. If I were this Medusa, I'd feel like God King of the Universe a bit already and buy Butterfly, but...
I'd probably buy Scardy here, but I
go
always
Scardy
hurt
and then
buying
maybe
Scardy
Dead
before I've
Worse.
hit 25.
I guess Skadi is decent against both Luminosity and Chaos Strike, right?
Yes.
Wow, they've just like walked
nobody's
into their
defending-
base.
Nobody's defending bot.
Forced
Okay,
it
Tom's
to
back.
left.
There's a Blink and a Nightmare. They're going to set up onto Tom here. But Chris gets a call onto all of the illusions. Grip goes out onto Chris, whose BKB is up. Tom's going to ult, which means the script is going to get cancelled. Solar Guardian comes in as well. Where is the Bonds? Do we have a rock yet? There's the rock.
Yeah.
And now we might have some
Into the
problems.
second call.
Yeah.
And they're all
And that-
stunned by the thing.
Yep. X.
We got an X. Too early? Oh no,
No,
he gets the
they
kill.
kill the Underlord before it goes off.
It's level
That
1
was
ult.
the closest.
All this jibber jabber.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Jibber jabber.
Okay, so that was 5 for 1. Let's have a look at this fight.
One? Who did they kill?
5 for
Sorry,
0.
5 for 0.
And that's
I know
that's it.
maths, me.
That's it. I just don't know how Dire win fights from this point. I don't know.
Had
I
two
think as soon as they
Strike
lost one fight, they were pretty
Oh.
much
Yeah.
dead.
It's
They
this,
just had to keep going, but now it seems impossible.
this Ag's shard combo on Dooster has actually just made it literally impossible for anyone to control, for the supports to control the fight anymore. And the Roche spawn is now up.
Hog, Blade
Heart
Noble
onto
Roche,
Jack.
Hog.
Can they even kill Jack anymore? It's got 4k health.
They just don't have the damage to kill anyone quickly, and that's the problem.
Yeah, not before Chris can get in and interfere with them, which is just, as we say, something that BKB does not care about. Sorry,
Yeah, I mean,
Berserker
CK
does
is
not
just-
care about BKB.
Scaled off. It's kind of a problem I feel like I see quite a lot at the moment where you get ahead and as
Chris is
soon as
caught
anything
trenching.
goes wrong. Oh, yep.
And we have the long range shackles to follow up, so there's no getting out of that one. They've given the shard to Jack concurrently, but it is just in his backpack. I don't know who I kind of want to see that
He's
go to
passed
the
it
Warlock.
off to.
right?
He passed it off to Chris.
Warlock Shard's meant to be really good.
Chris has got it.
What? Over the Warlock one?
The
I'm
Axe one is
kinda
pretty
surprised
darn
by that,
good.
to be
The
honest.
Axe one is pretty.
It is,
pretty
but
darn
it's much easier to use the Warlock one, right?
The Warlock,
Axe-
Warlock even has his queued up.
Oh. I'd like this more if the Axe Mentor had come out, like people were saying in chat. But I think
I'm
they should
excited
give
for
it
this
a fair
Axe
go.
that Axe is going to buy. I think that's awesome here. Like,
It's
if
It's
you think
the
they're ever
lowest
going to have
Berserker's
that-
Core, right?
Yep, and applies Battle Hunger to people, and Battle Hunger reduces armor by 7 and gives you 7 armor per affected unit.
Good lord, that's disgusting against
It
the
just
CK
does, like-
or any illusion hero.
Yeah, it just
Or
does
just
a billion
generally.
things, and he'll have
Yeah.
infinite armor. He'll have call on no cooldown.
I mean, you already got 2
his
calls that
Medusa's-
last fight. I
His
dread to think how
Medusa's
many you'll
going
get
to be
off now.
attacking targets with minus 7 armor.
Oh god, I hadn't even thought of that. Disgusting. I'm amazed that Ollie just gets to walk where he did, by the way, and walk away without being X'd.
I don't understand how the creeps got up the hill because he cast his spell and walked away and they just actually walked. Ranged creeps just like have hacks.
They have flying
Pretty
vision, right?
I
Not
like that
always.
Radiant aren't
Like
trying
if
to
you're
go high
white
ground.
wave pulling, they don't see you up the hill and things, do they?
I really like that Radiant aren't going high ground. Because why bother?
Yeah, absolutely. It only gets stronger for you from here on out.
I mean, you have an Aegis
I don't care.
I think-
Why bother?
because we want to go to bed tonight.
I mean, yeah, we want them to push the high ground, but I completely see here why they would not. I wonder if
Correct.
they're also thinking
They're
about
just
potential
correct.
mental damage they can inflict on the enemy team by making this game last a million years.
This I dislike that Tom's got queued up.
What we got now? A
That's
Satanic.
fine.
I
I
think that's
I
unnecessary.
think either Skadi or Satanic should be a damage item, and I don't mind which. But
I think now I maybe even just buy
Now
a
you go
Daedalus
for the
or some
butterfly, you
nonsense.
Buy
Butterfly,
a what?
sure. Daedalus.
I
mean,
don't
I-
hate either.
I wouldn't
This is a
hate
bit
like
avant-garde.
unlocked rapier for the third Roshan.
Is there something he wants another dispel for?
Fair question.
No, there's
I can't
just
see
a-
much.
nothing dispellable. I mean, Pit of Malice. But if you wanted to deal with Pit of Malice, you would buy BKB, right?
If you're worried about that, you just would be not Medusa, because Medusa's a hero who likes to stand still. Bane Q has been suggested from the chat. Yeah, the Enfeeble.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
It does seem a bit weird.
lot. But yeah, I don't think it's needed. I mean,
Yeah, I think there are better options, but it just doesn't even matter at this point, maybe.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
as a
he's definitely
side
not
note to
gonna die with it.
Bane Q, right? It reduces your damage by base damage by 60%. If you buy a rapier, it's not base damage, or is it total attack damage? I don't
It's,
actually know how it works.
It says total attack damage.
Yeah, but I don't trust anything that Dota says in the game. So.
Yeah,
Pizza
trusting
says
the
total.
trusting
And
the
Pizza plays
tooltips
a lot
is
more Bane
very.
than anyone else. So, although I haven't
Yeah.
seen Pizza play Bane since the patch, really.
Yeah, the hero I think was widely regarded as nerfed in the patch, right? And the new shard isn't good enough for Wave Clear to help bring him back.
So Andy's got his fresh BKB. Right,
There's
so
a snake.
Radiant are thinking about the high ground now.
Still haven't
There's the
ages
mana
to use
drain. Oh, okay. We've got a dispel to break the mana drain, and then he gets caught by the pit. Maybe that's why he wants another dispel.
Just dispel. Mana drain can't be dispelled. He
It
just.
Because he
can't be
manted.
dispelled, but because he manted,
manted.
Oh,
because
he
he
manted,
ceases
yeah.
to exist, it gets to.
I thought I saw a lotus on it, so I assumed it was that you
I think that was just to protect him further. Where on earth are these hexes coming from? The range on these heroes. Oh my god, Jack's just been thrown every spell out, but a full stop will get him away. Solar Guardian committed. Tom used his ult, but then Dom's going to proc it immediately. The Stormbreaker might just die very fast here. A big heal comes out. Lots of... Oh my god.
Heck,
Lots of
really.
stuff coming out.
Dire are fighting this really well.
They are doing
Dom
really
is
well. They managed to catch and kill. Chris is stuck because of the wards. Okay, gets his blink out somehow. Trenchy's in. Now they're going to go onto this Deucer. The Aegis is still here, but the ult has been committed. Tom's going to have to fight his way out of this one.
I was gonna say Chris can sort of come out, but he is very low, so I'm not
He is.
sure
He's
he can.
waiting on his BKB. Oh, I would have waited for the... Oh god, Jack had his fucking number. Finger of death directly onto
Hey,
Chris.
did they just forget about the Juicer Aegis?
I think they might have done, or they might have decided that they couldn't
That they
kill her
wanna
anyway.
kill the
Either way, I think a
supports.
miscommunication might have occurred because Jack has now been brutally murdered in return.
Oh, Chris brought back again?
Yeah, he did.
Chris
And
brought back.
Dawnbreaker just
Tom
killed
has
Jack.
been
Jack
murdered.
buys
Tom's not
back. He
died?
wants Chris again.
Sorry, how did Tom not die this whole time?
Because they ran out of
They
damage.
just don't
'cause
have
the,
that much
the
damage.
CK
Actually,
illusions-
look at Andy hitting him. He just doesn't hit him
The
very
CK
hard.
illusions
Okay, now
expired.
the mana is gone. Chris might die here. That Nightmare again saving him from a Jack stun, but the Nightmare is going to continue
Ollie's just in.
in and
Jack has
dying.
a hex, but...
Chris got out from that.
Oh,
no,
no, Jack attacked.
Nightmare. Maybe. I don't think they should force this. Tom actually has no mana. He almost needs
Yeah.
somebody to cast a spell on him. Okay, they're getting out. Buyback's committed. I don't know who wins that fight, but the
They fight Rico.
net worth stays
Pretty darn
stable
even.
at 12k.
Yeah.
I mean, CK did the most damage by a lot. I think Tom had, like we've been discussing a little bit, just doesn't have enough damage to threaten right now.
It was an unnecessary high ground attempt, I think. It seemed one of the.
Well,
few,
it was not a good high ground attempt with like Kunkka behind the tier 3 and things.
Yes. I'm
Like,
amazed.
Do they have a
that,
crest on?
Yeah, but half of the point, and half of what I love so much about this Radiant draft is, you can make this game really easy for yourself.
Yeah,
Let's
what you
just stick
do
with
is you
making-
put crest on Medusa and sit Medusa on the high ground, and when they go on a counter initiate.
Or
But
you
that
can just
was
wait until
not
Medusa
what happened.
has a butterfly or a damage item, and
I
your
switched to Daedalus.
25, like preferably 150k gold ahead, and
Oh no, not again. Have mercy.
The coward's divine rapier is being purchased by Tom, so
B Fury CK question mark. No, CK has a cleave talent now. 35%
Level
cleave at level
15.
15.
kind of interesting to. It's kind of weird, right? Because it's a bit late for
Yeah, this is
your
what Tim
farming
was saying
spike, but
when we were reading the patch notes. He was like, if that was 10, you'd be so pleased
if it
to have
was
a
10,
free
it would
farming method like that.
yeah, Stephen, it's on the screen.
CKB very good.
There's a good smoke here, but they've smoked into
If,
their
if
own
it was
triangle.
10, it'd be ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah, I think I agree. They've seen the smoke broke. Somebody was on that high ground. You can also just commit wards blindly. Yeah, I was going to say, Carl can just commit wards, and now they've got an illusionist cape too.
Oh,
In a move that's sure to make Connor angry, illusions are pushing a high ground at very limited risk to the person using them.
they also do like 0 damage to buildings. It's like 20%
I mean,
or something.
there's
right?
a dead building, so
Yeah, that was
the
Serpent
snakes,
Ward
though, I
as
think,
well.
yeah.
it was, yeah. Oh, Jack's slightly too far forward here. Gets the... Oh,
Minor
Minor Horn,
Horn,
nice.
good Minor
Solar
Horn.
Guardian committed very early. BKB's used too, but Chris is going to cancel out one of them immediately. Hex out onto Dawnbreaker.
Tom
Grip
didn't
onto
get his
Chris,
BKB
but
off
Tom is
initially.
pumping in the damage now. Look at it. Oh my god, the bonds! The backline 3 heroes are just dying. And now there's CC to pick off the rest. Dawnbreaker's BKB is over. Carl's got him fully controlled, but Chris beats into them. And
This
Andy's
feels
just
like
being
a-
ganked by everyone else. BKB's coming
Yeah.
out for the only heroes remaining.
That's GG.
But that's game, I
Could
think.
be. Yep.
That's definitely GG.
Warlock top damage? No.
GG is called. Oh
Bonds is
boy.
just way too much damage in that fight. It helped
Bonds
Medusa out a
on-
lot.
Bonds on 5 and hitting Medusa hitting 3 people turned to stone. Ollie, Jack, and Trenchy all just evaporated.
Yep.
And they had enough CC to hold down the other cores once the BKBs were over.
Dawnbreaker came in and didn't BKB and got instantly hexed, and then
No,
it
there was a BKB.
No,
Yeah,
they
it was
got
after.
hexed
It was
first.
after.
And
BKB
then,
then
and
just
then they
got
got
chewed
the
by
BKB off,
Medusa
but
ult.
they were already super low, so they had to like run away.
The BKB got chewed by
Um,
the Deucer ult as well. He was facing the Deucer when his BKB went off.
Yeah, he turned back around to Starbreaker, didn't he? Oh boy.
Do you get? Oh, we don't get a screen because of high load, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. See,
Why
I
can't
mean
I-
that game pretty much went sort of how we expected from the draft, right? Dyer.
It was a very good early
Played-
showing from Dyer.
Yeah,
Playing
they
really
played
well, winning
how-
a lot of the lanes.
We said they had to do a certain thing to win the game, and they were close, and then they just lost our Roshan fight, and I think that pretty much sealed their fate.
Yeah, very
Like
much.
they still
so.
had chances a little bit, but not like their advantage was basically gone. They just have to outplay from that point. And Dawnbreaker doesn't do anything. Like, I'm pretty convinced.
I wonder if they actually wanted the Dawnbreaker or they were just treating that like another ban.
It's like a CK timing,
Maybe.
though, right? Like they had 3 heroes, sorry, two cores that they just feel quite similar. Even their toolkits feel quite similar, except CK can go in first and Dawnbreaker can't. Is that fair to say?
Run it by me again. I lagged out and didn't hear anything.
I was saying that, you know, in some ways, Dawnbreaker just feels like a slightly worse CK. Like, conceptually, in terms of what it offers to your team and what its timings are, etc.
I'm going to recuse myself because I don't think I still understand what Dawnbreaker does and does not do.
Yeah,
Because to me, what
this is why
Dawnbreaker does and does not
I'm
do.
asking, because I'm not sure.
No, I know,
either.
but I don't think I have the information to answer your query. Because when I play with Dawnbreaker, it feels awful, or as Dawnbreaker, and when I play against Dawnbreaker, it feels like the best thing ever. So I don't know. I'm just horribly biased. I'll have a small bit of downtime before game 2 with a whole new pool and a whole new draft, which, let's face it, is my 2 co-casters' favourite part of the entire Dota experience, I think. Would it be unfair to say?
It's Captain's Draft. Captain's Draft sucks.
Oh, that's true, you hate Captain's Draft. My apologies. I like Captain's Draft because it's got less heroes, so my stupid brain can understand it better.
Doesn't say less to think about, right?
Yeah, exactly. Unga bunga.
Captain mode doesn't have anything to think about. You just pick.
Yeah, Captain's Mode is,
Beastmaster, and then you win the
Captain's Mode
game.
is easier to think about.
Not in my
Because
experience.
I just come up with a plan, I draft that plan, and ignore whatever the other team wants to do. And because
For
most
some
of the
reason,
time
your
it's
plan doesn't involve IO, so nobody cares.
Oh, good lord.
Boring.
as long as the plan is pretty, you know, like I come up with a few different iterations of it. It looks broadly the same, and you get through most of the season winning most games because it's a good plan. Then people finally figure it out, so you just have to come up with a new one for the grand finals.
Dear viewers, I'm terribly sorry for opening this can of worms.
That I do think Captain's Draft, in fairness, does require a little bit more on the spot. Well, no, I don't know. Like there is more space for innovation in it, and you definitely do. If you were playing Captain's Draft versus playing Captain's Mode on my team, you're going to see more heroes come out in Captain's Draft. Don't think that's true for every team. But if you're on my team in a captain's mode season, if you play more than 5 different heroes, you're a very lucky boy or person.
How do you see what lines you have on heroes now? Can you anymore? Oh, progress. There we go.
Yeah.
I got denying
Hero-
beeps and friendly beeps now.
Lovely.
Oh, I get triumphant beeps at 12. Let's go.
I'm
Oh
so
my
sad.
God.
The only hero I'm near to Grandmaster on the line. Grandmaster line is utter garbage.
Any football fans around?
I think the only people I know that like football are already in game.
Yeah.
You could post it in the lobby if you really wanted to.
I'm just gonna
Why?
send
What's
someone the
happened?
message.
Oops, I made myself the cameraman. You might want to
Um,
fix that.
Edward Woodward's just resigned, the chief executive of Man United.
Is this all to do with ESL?
Can assume so.
Yeah. Chelsea and City have dropped out of the Super League plan.
Can I be in demo mode in the lobby? Does that work? Oh, it locks my Dota Plus things, so I can't see. Because are they different with the cube?
The cube?
The IO cube.
Pass. Okay, we're just waiting on the last couple of players to join up. They're here, they're just not assigned, so I guess we're just having like a quick break between matches. Check your posture. Make sure you drink some water. All that
It's
good
called
stuff.
Hydrate, Dan.
I'm not a fucking Twitch streamer, I don't know.
Yes, you are.
Hydrate imply you could drink anything. Drink water, it's good for you.
Unless you're a robot, in which case, don't.
Unless you're a robot. In which case, pour water on your circuits.
Wow.
Stunners have
told-
taken Radiant, to which Godbird or Dogturd have chosen second pick. Joe, I'm going to take my own advice and use this gap to go and get a drink. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. No, Stephen, a Philly cheese sandwich is not good for you, and neither is this brownie that I'm also drinking. Drinking? Eating.
Do you bring enough brownie for everyone, Dan?
I mean, there's enough brownie for everyone in the casting channel. There's not enough brownie for everybody in the lobby. But in my defence, I did make them on Saturday.
Fair enough. I assume Nathan's going to let the dog out, so.
We're now just waiting on one person. I won't tell you who it is.
He's joined the
That
lobby
would be
though.
rude. He's been in the lobby the whole time. Just making everyone wait on him. 3 casters,
So what's the impact of this on the league
9
table
players.
right now? So Stunners
It
were
depends if
joint
it's a
second,
2-0.
and Godbird were kind of joint fourth.
But they were only 1 game behind, right? Like,
Yeah, because it's quite tight between everyone but Source Hugging Pasta.
Mm-hmm. Very balanced season so far.
Yeah. I mean, even Source Hugging
Yeah.
Pasta, once the patch dropped, just started like picking up games and looking really good. It's just a shame that was a bit too late for
Absolutely.
them.
Yeah.
Like I really loved watching game 1 of the Source Hugging Pasta and DMT thing the other day. And that's not me flaming DMT, by the way, guys. I just thought both teams played such high tempo, enjoyable to watch Dota. It was really great stuff. Okay, everyone is.
how many teams make playoffs this time?
4. And there's 6 that are pretty heavily in contention, with Chad Shaker being, I think, a lock. Someone who's done the
Don't
math
know.
confirmed that, but I think Chad Shaker were a lock.
Surely they could end up in a tiebreaker if they drop a game. Maybe.
7-3.
No, I think Chad Taker are locked.
Well, the worst they
I
can
don't know
finish is
who's got
7 and
left.
5, right? So yeah.
Have they got a bye left or something? Oh yeah, they have a bye this week.
So
Yeah.
they have 7 and 5 is the worst they can do. I guess it was a 4-4 teams. I'm guessing some of them have got to play each other, so they can't all get to 8. Yeah, there's no way that. I don't think there's any way Chad Shaker can miss out. Yeah, they were locked.
You can end up with. You can end up with 5 teams on 7-5, right? Because
I don't think so. I doubt that's how maths works.
DMT would
Peter
have
seems
probably
say they
had
were
to
locked.
win 2-0 against Source Hugging Pasta. I think basically everybody needed to 2-0 Source Hugging Pasta for that to happen. So probably no longer the
that
case.
sounds right. Okie dokie.
See if Stunners can recover. Like, I think they could probably do with
But they need to give
drafting some
themselves an
team fight
easier
this
way
game.
to fight. If they want to fight, they need easier ways to fight. And I think without Connor here, they need that. Like, one of Connor's strengths has always been he's quite good at playing the map, despite the fact he doesn't seem to, like, actively think about that. Like, he always applies quite a lot of map pressure. He's got a really good instinct for when to go and pressure side lanes, when to look for pick-offs around the map, and so on. You know, while Dom is a lot more, I'm going to farm and I'm going to kill people. It's a bit of a stylistic difference. So given that's the case, they need to give themselves really easy ways to fight and kill people. Okay, any heroes that we're immediately looking at here?
There's a Huskar in this pool. There's a PL was in this pool. Slot band into handy. Necro. This pool looks really strong. Huskar, Bristle, Drow. There's a Bounty.
There's a Pangolea.
Necro, Pugna, Pango. Yeah. Brood. If somebody knows how to play new version of Brood, is apparently very good.
I think you would be
Yeah, I watched
silly
Quick-
not to ban the Pangolea against Dom.
I watched Quick for play New Brood and it looked very stupid. Did you
I
know
can't-
that at level 18 it has almost has Finger of Death on a 6-second cooldown?
Yes, it's kind of wild.
I presume Andy will want Alchemist here.
You reckon?
He likes Alchemist.
It seems like a weak carry.
There's also
version,
like
but there's
Sven
no carries in this pool.
and
Are there?
Juggernaut, right? And I think he plays those as well.
Oh, it's tiny, not just
I
better.
think Bristleback is phenomenal in this pool, actually. Wow.
Bristle's great. Like,
I mean,
it-
Secret
not a
has
single
played
break.
Sven, I think. So, well, I think Sven is okay, but maybe they need to have an illusion hero or some reason for you to pick it.
Mhm.
I mean,
mean,
Andy has played
I agree,
anti-mage,
Sam.
but I don't think it's his favorite.
Sam is like Jug, Andy never wins on Alk. I agree, Andy very rarely wins on Alk, but I believe he likes playing it. Am I wrong?
And
Well, they banned it.
you have to ban Pango into Jack and Dom, right? You can't. You can't let them have that.
Need to ban Legion is the calls from chat.
What, for Chris?
I don't know.
I'm not so sure about
I'm
that
sure
one.
Sam
I
will tell
really
us.
think the.
They
Okay,
banned the
I
Legion
really
now.
think this. Now they're in a really hard spot, right? Because Stunners have first pick. I think taking this Bristle is really strong. You're only really punished by Huskar once he has Ags, right? And that's probably
maybe
too late.
Necrophos.
True.
And
So,
maybe Enigma if someone who can play it.
oh god, can you the dirtiness of Necro Shard into Huskar, Agzol into Necro? Ugh.
Yeah. We might. I think
I mean,
there's definitely.
Abaddon's really good at the
Tom
moment,
probably
right, as
would
well.
like. What'd you say?
Isn't Abaddon really strong at the moment?
Certainly fine. I think it's a bit more difficult to play
Okay.
than like a Bristleback or even a Husker.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Because the support Abaddon requires a lot of nuance and
Let's
positioning.
pick Jug.
So they do want the jug. Sam gets
I
the
am
points. Well, oh no, Sam no
surprised.
longer gets the points because he called it AM. Literally right before that happened, Sam was calling it AM. Right, Sam, you no longer get points for the previous comments on Juggernaut. Get wrecked.
Settle down, children.
Drow.
Doesn't look.
Drow Bristleback.
Drow is. Yeah, I would love that one too here. I think. I can't think of anything better.
They're gonna pick Necrophos. I'm pretty. I guess Tom's not
Tom
playing
does
core.
love Necro, but yeah,
Tom's
he's
not
probably
playing
not going to be
3.
the one playing it.
I mean, you could do it if you
think
put like a
Lion.
mid.
Now Bristle, not
Whoa.
Take all the. I guess Witch Doctor's pretty good against the Bristle.
Yeah, Maledict is strong. Oh, this seems risky to me though.
But what's
I
the
think
point
their
of
feeling is
the-
they've just they feel like they're taking the two strongest supports in the pool, but for me it's an Abaddon there, so I'm not sure that's true.
There's also like an Enigma too.
Don't
And
think
CM, if you
terrible
get
either.
CM on Bristleback's team, it's pretty good.
This could go really
And
well
on
for Godbird and
Juggernauts.
Dogturd if they're not punished for skipping what we think some of these really strong calls are. But I don't know.
I guess they can wait
the
with the Drow
Stunners?
at least, because they know that Stunners
Yeah.
won't pick Drow.
That's true.
I think Huskar maybe has one scary matchup here, maybe 2 between Necrophos and Windrunner.
I think Juggernaut's
I think,
a bit scary.
Pugner's
convinced the
also
others are.
can be quite a problem because none of the Huskar spells do much to it.
Yeah,
What
I think
cancer?
this is actually not
Pugner.
an easy Huskar game. If
Yeah.
you're picking it last because
Absolutely.
I think Pugner's a bit weak. Especially,
yeah, I agree.
the Satanic change is actually insanely
Um,
bad for Pugner.
Yeah,
as well.
I think Pugner is terrible here because Huskar's ult dispels Huskar.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
And then taunts Pugner and Pugner dies.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, once the Ags is up, I think a lot of these what is bad for
I think
Huskar
Necrophos is still a
changes.
problem.
Tiny.
Wind Ranger, maybe. I don't think I would early pick Huskar here. for
A
either team.
Dom Tiny?
I
But
don't
it's
think it's even worth
almost
thinking about.
certainly a
Tiny's
Dom Tiny.
the flex hero, right? So
Nah, that's almost certainly a Dom Tiny.
Yeah, I was going to say that Jack hasn't played Tiny particularly recently. They go Pugner, so I guess that's Trench's
That's Trenchy's here.
classic.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
I wouldn't wanna be
Decrep
the one
into Tiny
playing it.
combo is pretty nasty. And this
Yeah, but
line
if
on
they-
Witch Doctor
if
have a
they
real
live-
hard game.
If they live through the Tiny Decrep combo, though, you can't finish them off.
I mean, you've got the suck and all of Pugner's damage in that as well.
Hopefully,
I
yeah.
think.
Positioning.
I
Dependent.
think like Line and Witch Doctor's game is already very difficult.
I think so. But Hex is pretty good. If
Yeah,
you're on the mark.
like Pugner's Ward's just going to kill Line if he tries to cast spells.
We're gonna see
Yes.
an Omni Slash get decrypt at some point, and we're gonna rage.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think that's
That's why you
the
buy
problem.
Swift Slash. So you
Prove-
Swift Slash to bait the Pugner decrypt, and then you can Omni Slash after it's done, guys.
Prove me wrong, Trenchy.
We solved it.
Prove me
Okay,
wrong.
I still think Drow might be difficult with if you suspect a core Tiny, but Bristle's still bonkers good here.
Yeah. I mean, I still like Drow. I think you're gonna be a little bit more
I
careful.
don't
but
hate
I
it,
don't see.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
even
not
see like
free
what
anymore.
the alternate? I guess it's Bristle or Necrophos, right? Those are your two options for Pos 3 or Darkseer. But it doesn't. Those heroes don't make me go like, yeah, I want to play Darkseer.
Okay, that's
That's
fair
a
enough.
Bristleback.
Does nullify cancel?
You could run that as
if
one or
it's
two as
to
well,
your
right?
team?
Like, I think there's a version of things where they could pick up the Necro as well. Side note, people who think Pugna count as Necro, stop. Just no, it doesn't. Stop.
Why do people say that? I don't understand.
Because Pugna's magic damage and Necro has his W, I guess.
Oh right, okay.
And no easy way to interrupt Pugnavolt. So it's not like there's not
Oh.
a thought process behind it, but I just fundamentally disagree. I think Necro is very good against Pugna.
We have
Sven.
Sven. I just feel like there's a plan from Dire here. They knew exactly what they wanted, and their lineup's coming together. I don't know what Radiant are going for here.
I don't know. I think Radiant's draft looks fine.
Kickoffs
I think
around
Radiant,
the break.
I think Radiant's draft looks fine.
And now Dire
Does it
take
still look-
Zeus, and I don't understand
No,
how
you
Radiant
do
win.
not. Oh,
No, not.
I think
but I don't-
Juggernaut. I don't think you picked Zeus, sir. If
I
it
don't
were
see
me,
what else you can pick.
You
Wind
could take
Ranger.
the Huskar.
I would want Wind
if you
Ranger.
wanted.
Or Necro.
I wouldn't-
I'd want
And
Wind
not
Ranger or
into Pugna.
Necro.
Yeah, I would call Necro here, but I wouldn't hate. Zeus was difficult, but I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't. Windrunner's better than Zeus. Wouldn't hate that either.
I think Necro's
Huskar
the
is
best.
actually probably the best,
No,
because
I
you
think
get
Necro's the
BKB
best.
piercings.
I think Necro allows you to, because the thing I would be worried about if I were Dire is the Juggernaut.
We'll have
And I'm
some
not
through
laning my
BKB
Necrophos
we
into
see.
him, but, you know.
I think
I'd have a good way to-
Sven's fine against Juggernaut.
What?
What? That's a Chris
Okay.
Abaddon then.
So it's a mid bristle. I
Mid-bristle.
quite like the mid bristle. It should crush
Mhm.
the mid tiny. Yeah.
They're
they're
forcing
putting-
Tiny out of lane, but Tiny tends to do a pretty good job of
They're
nuking the
putting
lane
Jack
and
on
hitting
5
creeps, right?
again. Stop, guys.
Maybe not.
Stop. No, they are.
I mean, Spirit Breaker's also a 5 hero, so I don't really know.
Nah, Spirit
the game
Breaker's the
plan is.
3 here, I think.
I think they want it to be the 3. I don't know how it's going to get last hits against Sven Witch Doctor.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't. I don't
maybe-
want that Spirit
maybe the
Breaker
Pugna's
anywhere near
the
that
three,
lane.
Like, Juggernaut CM is a deadly lane. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can you run
Abaddon's
Juggernaut
quite good
into
at
the
answering
Sven
though,
lane?
but-
Abaddon's a core, so you want a lane swap maybe?
No, I think you don't
At
want
least
to
you can
lane
kill the
swap.
Witch Doctor.
I think. I don't know.
I'd rather have Spirit Breaker opposite Abaddon than Witch Doctor. Like, and having a safe lane tower to hide at as well.
I think this draft is much closer. In part because the last draft was so easy to just look at and go, I don't know how you fight if you're one team. This
Very
is
true.
much more complicated.
I still think it to me it boils down to the fact that that having the Witch Doctor on the Bristleback team means that Bristleback is basically uncounted in this pool,
Yeah. Well, there's a
and one
break
team
from
therefore
the.
has Bristle and one
There's
does
the
not.
break from the Spirit Breaker.
True, I'd forgotten about that. There is a break in this pool, and it is on Netherstrike.
And I think Jug is the ultra carry in this game.
Do you think?
I think so.
I think so, 'cause Sven, I think, technically hits harder, right? But Jug can kill you while being off map.
But if you have Ags on Sven, do you just Omnislash just gets wasted, right?
Well, it's more the Abaddon ult, which I think wastes Omnislash.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a lot, or there's a lot of complicated relationships in this. So I don't think either team are going to be too unhappy with their draft.
I
Certainly,
think
I
this
find
game a lot.
it's way harder to think about this game, and yeah, it's a 3 Spirit Breaker. You can tell by the planning blade.
Okay. So the first thing is, does the
politest
Bristleback
GM
ever die? I guess is the question. If the Bristleback's out of control, the game ends. But if they find a way to deal with it, then we might have a close-ish game. Sven should farm faster than Juggernaut early, right?
You'd hope.
Until
Yes.
Jug gets his farm.
And I think Tiny has such a difficult time mid as long as this Bristleback skills go at some point early.
I'd take it level 1, I think. You know Tiny's going to take tree at level 1, and you obviously get visual confirmation. Unless you're really worried and you want Quills to last hit against like the 80 base damage. I'd probably
You
just take
kill it.
Goo, because
Yeah,
you know Tiny
yeah,
has 0 armor.
Probably kill him. I guess the Dom's block's a bit good, so maybe you don't take it now.
Yeah, he's going to stay under tower armor the whole time. That's really nicely done by Dom.
Does Dom have a stick?
He does. He's done
Yeah,
well.
already
And
started with it.
He loses his range
And-
creep though.
Jax, as in mid Jax build is here. It's kind of weird for me. Like the 5 mango start into bottom.
Yeah, just rush the bottle seems better.
Why does this die a wood see? It doesn't see up the hill, so Dom can creep aggro there. That was real bad for him.
It's a good wood spot, that one. But yeah, no, I don't know why you'd go 5 mango seems very odd to me, because you say you get 2 branches and a fairy fire and you can just rush the bottle, and then you probably get you probably get bottle before you get 2-minute runes up. Same kind of effect as having a mango. Well, have a look at what's happening in the other lanes. Some casual aggression in bot. Carl giving Jug the mana drain. Trading right clicks in top. I don't know where the action is going to be this game. I feel like the
Normally,
Aberdeen is
wherever
quite
the Witch
I would
Doctor is,
expect.
right,
I would expect top is where kills will happen. I would expect bot.
Oh,
Based on how they've played it so far, it looks to me like Dire are going to come out of this lane ahead.
did you catch what just happened in top, by the way?
I did not.
Trenchy tried to snipe the Witch Doctor's courier, but Witch Doctor did an excellent body block to just fully prevent Trenchy from getting the next hit in. So the courier lived. Very nicely done. Looked very slick.
Then yeah, this mid lane is proving absolutely brutal for Dom already.
Yeah, he had some misfortune. The Maledicts missed top, but they're still going on to all the.
Shame
Yeah,
Malin
I'm a bit
hits, he
like-
probably dies there, right? Oh no, he had
Probably.
stealth. And Ollie also has triple mango, which is even weirder to me because Spirit Breakers.
He doesn't spend mana.
Yeah, it doesn't tend to use mana. Jack's actually managed to pick up both of the 2-minute river runes. In fact, his bottle's going to arrive now, so he gets to bottle up and take the second water rune away from Dom, who is basically permanently stuck under his tower and relying on this stick to live. All of Dom's regen used already.
His bottle's
His
on the way
bottle
out,
is coming.
Yes. But he
Well,
didn't
Dom's
get
doing
a
fine
so
far.
rune, which is
He
a bit
got
rude.
he
Jack
got
is
really
not
unfortunate
aggression top.
first wave.
Jack's not skilled.
Trench has
he's
been
skilled.
maledicted and stunned by Tom.
Not gonna die.
Maledict
Level
final
Maledict.
pop. Not going to die.
Yeah.
Carl's
Bristle hasn't
Getting
taken
quite
his Q,
aggressive.
so isn't going to be able to capitalize on all this mana and resource he's got. I think that's.
I
a
mean,
mistake.
he could get some stacks going, but it doesn't look like they have any yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if they want to win this game like really easily, if you just stack for the Bristleback, it feels really hard for Dire to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They don't have anyone to take stacks. You can stack for Bristleback and then restack for Sven while Bristleback rampages around the map, just like the game that we played with me randomly pressing Naga Siren button and then feeding for a bit and then just farming for 20 minutes. Sven can do the same thing here while the Bristleback rampages around with the Abaddon. How do you yeah, that's just, I don't understand. If the Bristleback gets this good start, what can you do? Your break's at 20 minutes.
Can I just hope that the Bristle plays non-optimally from here, I guess?
Maybe Tiny,
Oh.
instead of going blink, should go Silver Edge.
Been out in bot. Shield's going to protect Carl for a little bit, but I think he might die here. No, there's a heal from Chris. Not even needed. And there wasn't a heal from Chris. Because he's used it on Jug. But yeah, spin committed and Carl kind of fine. His tranks will come up in a little bit.
Well, it's salved. Not sure they needed that necessarily.
Maybe not. Don't hate it. Gets cancelled by Jack. 5 mango. 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 Look at some net worth. Oh, never
Stack the
mind. Let's have a look at
ancients,
top lane.
stack the ancients.
Decrep Blast comes out. Maledict and Cask comes out onto Ollie. We get perfect bounces because there's no creeps, but I think Ollie's just too tanky to die to level 1 Maledict here. Oh, sorry, it's level 2 Maledict, but I still don't think it matters.
Jack just didn't stack the Dire Ancients where he was there at like 452 to get a rune and just didn't stack.
Oh, that's sad.
So I end up with an 18-minute Agnums on Beastmaster then.
Trenchy's already getting to like this very annoying Pugna kind of stage where the Decrep Blast does quite a lot of damage. Tom's gone immediately into a Morbid Mask, which I think is quite clever, but does leave him a bit statsless, so he's not the tankiest boy.
Yeah, but with this salve, I
it's
think
right.
you should just be able to
I
survive
think
through
you should
things
go-
now.
You should buy that. Maybe just buy the Gloves of Haste and then finish them. Mom, and just go jungle
Yeah.
when he hits level
This
5.
bot lane
probably.
feels like it's working really well for Dire. Carl gets to play really aggressive, and every time it looks like he's
I
dying
was
or
thinking that,
could be
but
punished, he
Andy
just
has
gets a
farmed really
shield and a
well.
heal.
Andy has farmed really well, despite how much aggression and pressure he's received.
Oh. Yeah,
I
so
think-
he has.
I think this
might die.
Radiant
Oh, there
Yeah,
could be a
Savers-
death
yeah.
here. He's out of mana for spin.
Yeah, he's dead.
No, he's not.
No?
Chris might die now. Yep.
Wow.
What?
Chris didn't have the mana. Oh god, and another death somewhere else.
Tom dies.
Trade.
Tom died. They
Trenchy
trade for
Tom.
Trenchy. But actually, I think Sean's going to die here. Because there's already an urn on Ollie.
Oh, the
Ollie
double!
with
We
the
got
double
2
dash.
dashes in 3 hits!
17%.
That's why we call him
Wow.
the God King.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, we have a moment of downtime. Like, what do you guys think of this Radiant safe lane now? Like, I hate it. Awful. This Radiant.
Alright.
And while we're here, there's
Well, I'm
also
sure Jack's not a huge fan of you
Go.
either.
no the actual lane layout. Not the heroes in the lane. Obviously, Juggernaut CM is a lane that is historic. Just like contesting this pull camp
Tiny
feels
mid build now.
impossible.
The tiny mid build is broadly the same, I think, except you can buy the shard and turn into a better semi carry than you used to. So you still go like phase or treads, blink, echo, but then
I
from
think-
there you can do things like AC, S and Y, BKB still, and
Nah, you just get
Buy
your
a
Axe
shard
on
and
down
get
with
building.
it. Axe Deadlift, get on with it.
I still haven't
Nice.
got to try tiny carry now that it's back at 20 minutes.
yeah.
Just go like Mom
Okay.
S and Y
Yeah.
or Mom Yasha
Yeah.
Shard Sanj or something.
And then
I think they need to
Steven's
rotate
staying
someone
with
mid
it.
to kill this Bristleback.
Who?
I think-
How?
Probably
More kills
Spirit
top lane.
Breaker.
Yeah, the Spirit Breaker's
Tom's
way
courier.
too tanky now. Which is weird, because you normally, you pick Witch Doctor to deal with these tanky heroes, but it's just not enough.
I guess the thing is you have to have the first like damage into him and he has 12 armor.
Yeah.
And Bulldoze
Right.
is quite good.
Yeah.
One imagines against
Bulldoze
Maledict.
is certainly something.
You've got less time to build up damage into the Maledict, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
hate-
Dom,
Goo. Take.
Dom's-
Oh my god, you're level 9 without appointing Goo. Sort it out.
like he has a Vanguard. Like he could just run at the tiny
You
end
could
of
just
the
be
tower.
diving him under the tower with just 1 point in Goo would be enough. I mean, Tiny's got a haste rune right now, so not the best example.
Yeah,
but
I was
the
going to
Tiny
say, I was
didn't
kind of
have
hoping that Dom would use his haste rune to go and kill somebody.
Yep, he doesn't beat some Bristleback.
He does not.
I think Dom's side lanes are kind of going fine, though. I don't really care about
Yeah, but
him rotating.
There's a Lion, and a Witch Doctor, they're kind of free.
Yeah, but like if he can improve his blink timing, he's heading up there now. There are 2 bounty runes maturing for 10 minutes if they leave them.
Mm-hmm.
Time Paradog under the top tier 1.
Tiny
Getting
go!
clipped.
He's so dead. Bye.
This gank was not necessary, but it happened anyway. Now this tower is forfeit. Tom is already out of here.
Yeah, he's gonna
He's popped
rotate
ult,
up and
he's
take
hitting
the
jungle
tower. It's
creeps.
not so bad. Ollie's got a
Yeah.
big fat hand.
Tom will have his mom. Now his courier's back.
Cool.
Carl
Oh,
denies
He was being spun
to a
upon.
creep that also
and the
died to
centaur
Andy.
creep.
Yeah.
I
That's
caught that
kind
on
of
camera.
mental. Chris is okay. Levels ult and then immediately uses, but he might still die
Jack's
here,
probably
right?
dead.
I don't think. I think
Jug has no mana.
It's
so
2-2-1,
he's gonna walk away.
not 1-3.
Oh, hello. There's a Witch Doctor here. There's a Maledict. There's a Shield Pop. Very far eaten.
Jack has a wand as well.
Woo!
Trenchy's down here now.
Yeah, the
Is this
Mystical
to
does
heal?
connect.
Yeah, he's gonna heal Andy up.
I don't hate it, honestly.
The old medic Pugner is back.
Oh, Carl!
Oh!
Perfect. Oh god, and now we've actually got a really decent ultimate.
Witch Doctor ult
And
as
Andy's
well.
not got mana to use his ult either. Oh, this has turned into a complete disaster. Oh,
I
Carl's
thought that
too
was
slow on
really
the
good.
stun. Carl actually had
my
stun.
days.
He held
Do
it
they
too
have a
long.
ward?
Ollie row!
Ollie with the saves.
And they earn to heal them. Is it enough?
Yeah, and Dom's here now to pick off anyone who goes too deep. Chris's
like
ult's back up again. Oh, no,
they've
the
healed them
full
to
heal.
full. That's unfortunate.
Oh dear. I wonder if they picked this hero for Chris purely because of how much I have complained about playing Abaddon to tidy in
Siege
the
wagon
past.
pushing mid.
Other way even.
Yeah.
Ah, I like it.
Dom's back.
Chat is saying that Jack has yelled at other people on cast for not skilling Goo before, so the fact that he's not skilling Goo here is even more confusing.
Tom getting a nice bit of space top
Mm-hmm.
to farm back up. Andy going up there. To
Ollie's
the...
still bot and catches. Oh no! The cast bounced to Jack to cancel the CM ult. Sean gets to walk away. Wow, gonna be feeling.
Also, Tom
good
is
about that
2
one.
levels above Andy now.
Yeah, he's just been juggling.
Yeah, he's been jungling. He was high level in lane anyway
that's
because
what
they were
happens.
diving and killing the Witch Doctor on repeat and kind of leaving Tom alone.
I mean, Tom also did end up dying eventually.
He did,
so-
yes. But for the most part, he just got to stay, like, here, while his support was battling here and here. So he got a lot of XP.
He's built the sensible items, he's just getting on with his
Yeah.
game.
They're going.
Trying to go
they're
on
gonna
Bristles?
try and go
No
on
way.
Bristles. Too far back. And there's
He
TPs
has
coming in.
the infused raindrops. He has Voodoo Mask, which he can switch in when he wants. They got a stack. No, has
No,
a
that
single
is-
stack.
Probably the downside for this game for Dire, right? The lack of stacks. Tom stacking
Andy-
his own camps as he goes down
Andy
the jungle.
was
I think.
trying to farm ancients, but he's not very strong and is in fact dead.
And Hayes died to Ancients, yes. Which would, to me, be the cue to fight in middle. Because you can see them going on the Bristle here. Oh! Excellent! Triple stun from Carl. Completely ruins their aggression. Tom's even
Sven's here as well.
Tom's got his ult. I think maybe they just want to finish the tower. Yeah, Tom's going
yeah.
straight for it. Jack goes for the deny, but unfortunately he has a CM with like 50 damage. Compared to Sven's 250. Dom's finishes Blink now, which is a really good timing for his team, especially when they have Ollie here to help him jump at people. Car's going to lose his life. That's what you get for ravaging us in middle. Revenge.
Andy's got his Maelstrom finish, so he can farm a bit, but he's still going to be outfarmed by this Sven almost for sure, right?
Well, he must be, right? He's barely got any other
Oh,
items
no.
apart from it.
Fine, mate.
Yeah, he's alright. God King of the World, that man.
He's
Yeah,
nearly
he's
got a vessel. Wow.
Yeah, that's really good, I think.
It's gonna give him a way to try to kill Bristleback. He can.
I don't know if it'll be enough, but it's certainly a way.
Oh,
Cast-
Chris
I think
DCs.
Dom's dead.
Uh-oh. Dom is in real trouble in mid, because there's
He's dead.
Finger with
dead.
this Maledict.
Dead.
You
So
are
they've got
dead.
15 wand
Dead.
and a
He's dead.
TP.
He's dead.
There's no spells on Witch Doctor at all.
Yeah, he's dead.
Chris has his once a game DC. Yeah, everyone's making the same joke. Wonderful.
Watch me be wrong and him not die.
I mean, he was dead before you cursed it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Carl uses Finger straight away.
That's
Oh, that's a
very
really
good.
big
That's a nice
one.
CM ult.
And it's a very nice CM ult. There's two more ticks of Maledict. I think Dom is very dead here.
Dom is very dead unless he
Yeah.
TPs a long
Jack
time
has like
ago.
a really long ult off, but it just doesn't do any damage to this Bristleback. He might die now though.
They
maybe?
got Omni?
Yeah, they do. Oh, but
Oh yeah, they got him. That's a big
Jump
kill.
back. That's big,
It's worth
especially on
pretty
Andy.
much fucking nothing though. And they
Yeah.
lose their bot tower.
Yeah, Chris didn't even have to attend, which is I think He's probably
nor
very
did Tom.
pleased with.
Tom was there at the start of that, but yeah, he just walked away.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
on
he's
with
gone
his
in.
Sven business?
Yeah, I think he's fine though. They can't kill him. Don't want
He's
to. I
no
wouldn't want to
judge.
dive here, but it's unpunished because we know the supports have used all their spells. And if you check them, they've
Yeah.
got no mana. Tom's finished his Echo Saber. It's just flying
this
out to
looks
him
really
now.
difficult for Radiant now.
Yeah. He's actually finished it without disassembling his Mask of Madness. I don't know whether that's intentional or whether that's the build now. Whether you go both, I don't know.
I don't know if you build Echo necessarily. I have no idea. See, I don't think you want to disassemble Mom. It's just so much farm speed,
Mm-hmm.
and you
buy
can't necessarily use it in a fight.
Oh.
Right? I'm not
Instead of
sure what the plan here is, though.
Well, they tossed a
Nice.
Bristle back onto their Pugner, so I think the Pugner is dead. Especially when Trenchy basically refuses to move.
Sorry, I was looking for more interesting.
I
Look
really
at-
don't think they can kill
look at
this.
this
They killed him
camp.
once, sure, but I really don't
Which
think
camp?
they can kill him again right now.
This one,
Not until the break comes up. Which
I
camp?
can't see where you're looking. Oh, here.
it's permanently blocked.
Permanent.
Where?
What? Where can you ping?
I am pinging. I am
Oh, I
literally
don't see
pinging.
it. That's annoying.
Okay. Radiant jungle. You see
Oh, I
the
see it.
outpost.
Yeah, there's a satyr that's been knocked downhill.
It's just permanently blocked.
Ah, brilliant. Carl
And he's
died,
walked
but the
there,
satyr's far more interesting.
Yeah, this
it's
is far
even
more
aggroing
interesting.
to people. The courier might see it.
It aggroed him. No, he saw it.
Oh, he saw it. There we go.
Oh,
Hooray!
And now it's going
Right,
to
Meanwhile, in
spawn.
mid.
Rather than watching any of the action that had been going on for the last minute, I've just been watching their camp.
It has
T-Tours in the
creeps
chat.
in now.
Can it be T-Tours if it was intentional? That's the question. Carl gets blinked on by Dom, and as we've discussed, not much he can do about that.
Why
We
are
have
we killing our partner
Bristle
again?
back out. We're not.
Oh, no,
Bristle might
maybe.
die this time. I mean, he
Nah.
won't, but he might. But he won't. But he might.
He's got his back to you,
But he
Jack.
won't.
Stop.
Damn it,
Stop.
Trenchy now.
many
Tom
cool
wants
stacks.
something. Tom wants Trenchy, maybe? I don't
I'm
think he's
looking
going
for
to find
something. I
anyone.
think they get Jack, but
I
that's
think
about
so.
it. And maybe the tower.
But
Yeah, I think they'll be happy
they-
to use God's Strength on a building here.
It-
Oh, Dom
okay.
found somebody else. Dom found
found
Carl
Carl,
looking at
nice.
Trenchy.
But for me,
Erased him.
if I'm dying out, I'm just go. I'll take all the tier 2s. I'm Roche. I'm high ground.
Yeah,
I think this is
absolutely.
go,
They
go,
want to
go
fight, but
time.
Tom's still got a quarter of his ultimate left. They break off charge after it's onto time Paradog. Oh, and here's Dom.
Oh.
That's
big
a
jump.
really good toss combo, but
there's
now
no
he's out of
follow-up.
bounds with no help. And they're sucking Chris. Chris, she doesn't have an ultimate, but Dom is very dead here. Ollie
Chris
might
is-
catch onto Chris, but
Dead, yep.
yeah. And now we do have Juggle available.
He
And
doesn't
Oh, he
press
doesn't
it,
get the
he's
stun.
just dead.
Okay, there's
Press
no way
there,
you
I
kill
think
from
it's
here. Yep.
This is just go time for Dire. Like, I know it's
Yeah,
only 3k not
Bristol's
worth lead,
so
but they're
strong.
so strong. It's like our game the other day, right, where I was like, this is just
Yeah.
like, this is go time, despite the
Absolutely.
fact we were even or even behind on net worth, because I was just like, I can't die. And that's what
Mhm.
Jack should
And I
be
think-
feeling, and he needs to convert that now before break effects come
I
in,
think
before
he
Chuck
is.
gets some
I
damage.
think he's correctly identified that they cannot kill him, so Bloodstone is a really good item choice here.
Is it better
Lotus.
than
Lotus.
Octarine?
I think Lotus
CKB?
is the ideal, but I really like
He
getting
needs a
this
dis-
aggressive
he needs a-
Bloodstone
he
when you
needs
can.
a dispel, if not 2 dispels. Because I think you can dispel the break from Bristleback. Sorry, from
From Barra.
Really?
I would have thought so. You can PAs. So
Well, he doesn't need it yet. He needs it 2 minutes.
I just don't like Bloodstone on the hero. Like, you don't need more mana regen. You have
it's spell life.
and
It's,
it's
stacking, it's more about the active and the stacking spell amp to me.
Yeah, like it
Ooh,
feels
Carl's
real
got a
good
blink.
situationally, but I just prefer that they they build items that let them finish in the next 5 minutes.
That's true. There's going to be a long period now where he doesn't get too much stronger. I'm looking at this Carl blink though.
dead, probably.
I don't think so. With just Bristle here, there's nothing to really stop him from running away with his Pugner speed. But I'm just about to comment,
Those
it's really
bristles
awkward.
skew.
There's one tower down for the team with a Pugner.
It's just very support Pugner that
Ooh.
doesn't have any points in Netherward.
Pugner is food for Finger of Death right now.
Dom gonna die?
I don't think so. They're looking at Jack, but he's
Damn,
finished.
you're gonna
Jack's
die?
finished a Glimmer, so now we have the vision tax is about to be in effect. Look at Ollie. If he gets if he gets caught here, he's in real trouble. They
maybe he
ping him. They
doesn't need
see
the
him on the
dispel.
wards.
Maybe he doesn't
He's
need the
hunting for the
dispel because he's
courier.
got an Abaddon.
He's killed one courier.
Oh, that's fair.
At which point
Is he gonna die
the
for it?
Bloodstone looks a lot more
No.
usable when I remember that, to be fair. Still doesn't mean you forgive him for not putting points in Goop before level 11, Jack.
Is Bloodstone more spell lifesteal than Sange? In this
Well, Sange doesn't
situation.
spell lifesteal at all, so yes.
Well, it's lifesteal amp. Does that not include
No,
spell
no, no,
lifesteal?
no, no,
It's only
that's what
regen
Kaya
amp,
does,
right?
Aiden.
Okay, well, build
Kaya
Kaya
does
as
the-
Sange then.
Well, I mean, Kaya goes into Bloodstone.
But
Kyan
then you have
Sange might be a
stats
better
resist.
shout, actually. I think if you're completing Bloodstone, you are buying it just for the active.
The active is
But I don't
pretty
think
good.
maybe he doesn't even need stats
It's-
resist.
Oh.
Look how brave Time Paradox is here, just running at a Tiny, who
Well,
is
Tiny
fully
used
on
toss
division
on the
here as
Sven,
well.
and
And yeah,
doesn't
but give
seem to
Sven
have
the
gone all
free
too
blink
well.
dagger.
yeah.
Slightly awkward. Tom might get controlled under this tower, actually. No, never mind. He's got heals and shield to top him off, and Carl's going to find a stun. They'll finish Jack off here. They do actually have the sentry up. He'll miss. No, he will go down.
This
And
feels it.
Jack's just up a hill with an
Feels like
urn, a super urn on him, and does not care.
Yeah,
Dom's
this
looking
feels
at a
like it.
pick here.
They just don't have creeps, actually, so it's not...
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know what you do now. Like, they've got the
It's a
Axe
Bristleback show.
shard queued up on Spiritbreaker.
Mm-hmm. They have time.
He's going to build the shard first, right?
He has to. I think they need it now. They needed it 5 minutes ago. They just couldn't have it 5 minutes ago.
They need Andy to get stuff.
They tried to smoke, but they're just running right at them.
Huh, you smoked!
Yeah.
We'll just stop roaching and come...
Jack is...
Alright then,
I-
we'll come fight you.
I wish
Oh.
Bristleback was carrying detection instead of this raindrop. Oh, Carl's
has
found Ollie.
Ollie.
Oh, the charge! The mallet doesn't connect. They brought a cask with him. There's the
I just had
breakout.
the shard, but it's a running away ult.
Yeah.
They get
Oh,
the Witch Doctor? They do.
sorry. Yeah, he nearly didn't die there, but he will eventually. Dom's back in. This is a good
BKB
fight
for Tom.
right now for Radiant. They're clustering for the juggle, but it does mean that Jack's going to get a nice CM ult off. The ward is out too. Oh no! Dom tossed Jug by mistake. That might get Andy killed.
Yep.
Yep,
think it
has
does.
a stun. He's dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That unit target priority can be a real pain on Toss.
Yeah.
Tossing him? No,
So-
I thought he was tossing him to
Okay.
what was in the Edda courier, but
Charge?
Jack might have gone too deep here.
No.
No,
it's
he's
a
got
bad
back up.
mistake.
It's a good stun. And now this tower is forfeit. They've just taken a fight, two fights behind a tier 2. Good day, mate. We're the Radiant now.
indeed.
Call an ambulance.
And Glimmer out from Sean.
I mean, like, the Bristleback is the big
Bloodstone,
teller,
yeah.
but it's also terrifying how far ahead Tom is, and he's got a BKB, he's got
Name Claw.
something flying out
And
of
he
the
had
courier.
And he had such a rough game. He's
Shard.
done I think, a really
What's
good
his
job,
shard?
but it's just so hard to
Dispel.
keep up with the Sven.
Dispel.
Okay,
Oh, for
Storm had a
Pugner.
dispel.
Oh, they've gone back for this Roche that started this whole engagement 2 minutes ago. It's scanned, so they know. So here come the Radiant.
Guys, no. No, you can't fight the Roche.
They can, however, kill Carl, which
Okay,
might be
but
all they
Dom's-
get.
Dom's
Oh,
dead for this.
Dom dies for this. That's awkward. I think he thought he was going to get away. I thought he was going to get away, to be perfectly honest.
I think they just had to, instead of fighting the Roche, just go and send heroes up the side lanes and some to cut mid and just start manipulating creeps, because you need 5 or 10 minutes before you're ever going to win a fight here.
Yeah, Juggernaut's super poor. Like, no space to be able to farm up at all.
Like, he's got spin TP as well in the game where they have no cancels. He
Yeah.
needs to be
We've
out
got a good
on
call
the map,
from.
pushing aggressive
We've got a good call
lanes.
from chat, by the way. Ollie actually ran out of vessel charges. Being around for that Carl kill is the only reason he actually has charges again.
I want
So they're
Andy to
Low
go,
on resources.
go and cut waves here. Because he can always spin TP. Just get there, behind the bot lane tier 2 or behind the mid lane tier 2, and cut.
Yeah, the only slight fear is Lion having a blink, right?
Bloodstone's done. 24-minute Vanguard Shroud Bloodstone. With an Essence Ring and an Aegis on top.
And still not the most
And
bold hero on his
Insanity.
team.
Pretty good.
Yeah, with no stacks. Insanity. The only thing this hero that they don't do particularly well in this Bristol Bat right now is hit buildings, and even that's not, you know, bad.
Bristol hits buildings pretty well with Warpath.
Yeah,
And he's
that's
got
what I mean.
Aegis, so that's their plan.
Here's the Bloodstone active. There is the
Broken.
break. This might be the moment,
Dispelled.
but they've not put a charge out onto
Oh, it
him.
can't be dispelled. Okay, it cannot be dispelled. Good to know.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm glad the game makes that clear.
Really surprised Ollie didn't commit a Spirit Vessel charge there. Oh, here's Tom.
You-
He's
you
fed up with how long
didn't
this building's taking
Oh,
to
he
go
did?
down.
Oh.
Here is
Yeah, they got
plus
him off
400
Carl.
damage. Yeah, he got him off the lion kill. Didn't use. Oh, Sven has been tossed in, but his BKB wasn't used, so it is now. And Tom's just like, no, I'm gonna go back in at this building.
Andy's in behind, but he's not going to
Andy
find anything.
He is.
got
Here's the
to
ultimate
omni
though.
slash.
Slash. They're just
He's
gonna
gonna
run
be able to
him.
run it back. Oh, they found Ollie instead. Oh,
Now Dom's in.
Dom's come back in. Dom's gonna find Carl, but he's gonna get.
He knows
Tom
what he
finishes.
wants.
Oh my god. Tom finishes off in the base.
Oh, this 2-man stun!
Oh,
Andy
the cleave
should
it's
die?
pretty brutal.
Oh!
No?
He just
Good
lives. He's
frostbite.
literally barely out of
Good
quill spray
frostbite.
range. Don't go into the base.
I
Don't
mean,
go
I
into
think
the
I think
base.
you could.
Don't. It's just so rude. Oh no. Oh no,
Yep.
no. Oh no.
He turned around a bit. He had his side facing the fountain at the end. Guys, this is not working how you
my
think it
God.
is.
Chris is trying his very best to keep this Bristle alive. There's the
Bloodstone.
Bloodstone active again.
I think
So,
I'd just call it.
37 packs of fountain damage. I
You
mean,
need
if
to
that
toss him
doesn't
into-
kill it,
Toss him into the
twice.
fountain and break him with the Spirit Breaker. That's what you're gonna
Yeah.
do.
Jack diebacked just to fountain procking quills as well. Okay, Tom's actually just taken a real big amount of damage and
Nice.
died there.
Nice.
There's a
yeah,
moment
that's
here.
a start.
There's a potential Ravage coming out from Carl. Let's see if he can find it.
That's
There's
the
the
break.
break.
Oh, but
Excellent
they
job,
get the
I
stun.
think, saving the...
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl saved the
It's
stun.
dispelled.
Uh,
The break.
No, it expired in. It expired.
Okay.
It's
So,
quite
like-
short.
You know how they made everything consistent and things that are dispellable, and
all the
Nether
time.
Strike stun is dispellable, but the shard isn't for
Yeah.
reasons.
By the way, in the back line of that fight, Carl has just been making Andy like look like he's got broken kneecaps. Carl's just kiting him around really well.
Oh, Jack in with the ult.
Yeah,
Is that gonna?
they're gonna get. I mean,
No,
it's gonna get one,
500.
but I don't know how.
Wait,
Oh yes, dust.
did he have dust? No. That was
no.
that was Radiant's
No, that was
dust.
Jack's
Okay.
Can't actually effectively kill the Pugno when Ward is right there.
But that's a decent defense as far as they go for Radiant, I think.
I think so. I think it's about as good as they can hope for right there.
Them getting Tom like that was so important. Look at the damage
Absolutely.
breakdown. Like Trencher did all the damage on the Radiant, and unsurprisingly, Bristleback did all the damage on the Dio.
Yes.
Now I feel better. Oh, sorry to disappoint you.
It's much harder, I think, for Trenchy to put the damage where it needs to be, especially through the BKB that Tom has now, and the Shroud that Jack has.
Tiny's now given up on BKB and is looking for Crystal Aghanim's, I think.
It's better at defending the base, but whether he'll get there in time is a different question.
I
It's
think
also kind of
he can
oof
get
into
there.
Bristleback.
Andy's my
Because-
Basher on Jug. Not sure about that.
I don't really know what he needs on Drug at this point.
I'm
A
not
miracle.
sure either.
I think it's probably got to be
Maybe
Axe,
just-
but
Stats and Ags, yeah. I'm not going to pretend I know what the Jug builds are like, but Basher does seem a little bit wonky to me. I mean, he just
Basher
spent that
was the
whole
wrong
last
part of
fight
the build,
watching
but I think
Carl
you have
getting
to have
away
Axe.
from him.
I think you have to have
Sorry.
Axe first.
Bear's back in with the
Carl-
new Sven ult.
Ravages, 2 heroes. Oh, Ollie's not getting out of this one. There is no help coming
He
for
didn't,
him.
he didn't have bulldoze available at the time, so he just
Yeah.
dies.
It
Yeah,
ran out
Dream is-
just as he got
yeah.
stunned. There's
Oh,
an
there we go.
Omni-Slash.
That was the
The
Omni
decrep
onto
Omni
the...
slash.
yeah, that was the crap Omni
Yeah.
slash we were calling.
And he
Just
just like
to spin away.
3-shot.
Yeah. Oh, the stun hits!
Oh, nice glimmer
Glimmer
saves him
and-
though.
Yeah,
Good healing
Dom
ward
goes
kiting.
in as well.
Gets his call.
Yeah, Tom's gonna have to leave maybe.
Like,
gonna be a
Dom
real shame if they don't
understands
get the building
really
here.
well what his job
There we
is,
go.
right? He wants to kill the supports at the start of the fight.
Meanwhile, in Bristleback land, toss into the base.
Throw into the fountain.
Yeah,
Just
Don't
kill
do
the
it.
support.
time.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, they
have
use the
Spirit
break on
Breaker
somebody
to do
that's
it.
not Bristle. Oh dear.
And he's saved
Yeah.
by the
Hey, fired a crap there.
crap.
Chris might go down. Oh, that was damn close. He gets the shield off, so Dom blinks into nothing. They are going to
Oh, they
finish
get
Tom,
Tom.
but now there's just a Bristle back here.
Can he?
And
He's
Trenchy's
trying to toss him.
not
Toss
dead.
him away. I think. Fuck off. Nope. the
Careful.
Abaddon run in.
Andy, no. Good Glimmer.
These glimmers have been very, very good. Like, why doesn't this Bristle
Trenchy
back
has
have
the
good
shard
detection? They can't kill you. Buy a gem.
Find a BKB now.
I actually really like this shard from Trenchy. He gets to just stand here because they're ignoring him largely, but... Oh, they threw Trenchy!
What?
Uh,
Rip.
well, he's dead now. Maybe not.
He's not.
He could have been dead if Chris threw a
He
missed
is.
coil, I think. Oh,
Still
he's dead
dead.
anyway.
There's the Bristle shard now as well.
Oh
my
god.
This is, Oh, they found
Andy
Andy
was trying to
with
sort
the
out
blink
backdoor.
hex. Finger up in 2. Bzzz. No. Hex, stun, silence
And
from
he brought
Abaddon.
out for his basher.
I'd be
so
careful, Custard.
that should
Dan is
be
trying to
game.
beat you with the sound effects.
Gonna beat you with the sound. Oh, right, yeah.
When you're just like, bzzz.
Tom's TPing back down.
How can you
So-
watch that thick-ass line Immortal and not go bzzz out loud? I don't know.
Because Pugner's the one with the BZZ set, right?
Relevant player. BCC.
Hey, he's
Ollie
probably
gets
somewhere in
stunned,
the
he had
CIS
bulldoze
too.
up, but it's still fast enough to die. And now Tom is here, like you say, understands his job. Pops ultimate, hit building, and that is megas for Dire.
Last game.
20k up. 31 minutes, GG is called. And there's a 2-0 for whatever this team is called. Godturd or... There we go, Godbird or Dogturd. I got it
Godbird
eventually.
today, it seems. Godbird today.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we even get a post-game screen. We do.
Hooray.
So 11, 1, and 15 on the Bristleback. 10, 4,
How
4
early
on the
did they
Tiny.
pick the Bristleback? Can you guys remember?
Second phase, I think. Pretty sure the draft went, what was it?
Juggernaut
Juggernaut
Lion,
into
Witch Doctor,
Lion
into
into
Spirit Breaker Pugner? Oh no. Into Tiny
yeah, Tiny Pugner,
Pugner.
I think, into
And so they
Bristleback.
they could have had Necrophos on their team. It's basically was an option available.
What was the
to
ultimate
them.
last pick? Ultimate last pick was Abaddon, right? So it was Bristleback's Fen.
CM.
No, wasn't CM picked alongside the Spirit Breaker? Yes,
They
it
had
was.
first
Abaddon,
pick, so
Abaddon was
yes.
ultimate last pick.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking that's a good answer to the CM Juggernaut lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. The CM was last for stunners, I think, right?
Yeah.
CM Spirit Breaker, was
yeah.
their last two picks.
Yes.
With CM being the last of the two, but whatever, because, double picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels like they underestimated the Bristleback problem. Presumably they thought it was the off lane, but like it feels like even if it's a Necrophos instead of the Abaddon, they're still gonna have a Necrophos Bristleback problem.
I agree. I'm still so amazed at how late into the draft that Bristle went, and through bans. Like I thought it was. I mean, obviously things always look obvious from the caster seat, but it really did
It's
look like
easier, isn't it? Yeah, and
it
we
was,
have particular feelings about how strong Bristleback is at the moment.
that's very true as well. It's the only way I can win games on this damn patch is with a Bristleback in my offlane.
Hey, we won with IO, right?
That was last
Or was
patch.
that the last patch? I only played IO with Nathan this patch.
Right, well, I'm off to watch OG Alliance and take all that out. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yep.
Or does eventually fall, they'll find the kill on FNG.
Yeah.